We are live. Links out. I'm back, motherfuckers.
PotRoast Podcast Thursdays, man. Sorry we late.
Got it out, yeah.
It's all good. Hell yeah.
No, this brother Neezy tonight. How y'all doing out there? PotRoast back in the building. Glad y'all still here. You know what I mean? Still tuning in. Little late. Ain't nobody's fault. But hey,
7:30ish, man. 7:30ish.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What's good with y'all though, man? It's Friday Junior PotRoast Thursdays. What's up? What's up, B?
Man, we out here, brother. Man, trying to get it done. Get some topics discussed and smoke a few.
That's real. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with it, Double R?
What up with it, man? Shit, I'm up in here, dude. Shoot. That shit Bruce put out, or I don't know who rolled that blunt, but that was kind of nice, man. Shoot, I gotta admit, dude. I'm coming through right for the pot roast. I'm liking it. Yeah, we got some good topics, some sensitive topics, some other funny stuff going on. You know what I mean? How you doing tonight, Jack, though?
Much better. I was sick as shit last week. Holy fuck.
Yeah, your ovaries feel better?
Oh, you know what that food poisoning's like with all that raw chicken in your fucking fridge?
I mean, hey, man, you know what I mean? I wasn't the one trying to eat raw chicken, man. I know that vegan be heaven on you.
Your ovaries feel better. That's fucked up. You wasn't giving birth to shit?
Not at all. Nothing solid at all. What are you talking about?
Nothing solid?
Hell no.
When birthed the Yellow River in China.
Fuck no.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, yeah, Jack's here tonight, man.
Jesus.
He said he got the salmonella from his turtle. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know how that happens. Yeah, you quit
actually,
get freaky with them turtles, dog.
I thought that shit just come from food.
Nah, right, for real.
Was you keeping the motherfucker on the low or something? Or?
Yeah, it comes from meat, bro.
You be laying with the turtle on your chest? You're letting the turtle lay on your chest at night and shit?
You letting that turtle lick your face, huh?
I ain't trying to answer that seriously.
Well, no, how'd you get salmonella from the turtle?
They have contact, basically. It's contact, basically.
Huh?
They're like covered in it.
They're covered in
turtles are covered in salmonella.
We're
There's
like
like a layer of slime on that shit. Yeah.
Brother Neezy, Google fact that.
They're called red ear sliders.
Yeah, fucking boys.
They're an aquatic species of turtle. Red ear slider, the most common turtle you could buy at a pet store. They come with a layer of fucking salmonella around them, apparently.
You gotta get your money back then.
Right. I didn't pay nothing, dude. It was just fucking given to me.
You gotta wash your hands so you masturbate.
Right.
Yeah, that's what happened.
You be
bro.
washing your hands after you touch that motherfucker, man. We was just smoking and shit.
All right.
If I get that shit, bro, we have problems.
You'd have caught the turtle soup too.
I didn't even know he had
That's not how it works.
Me neither. I didn't even know he had no fucking turtle.
It just
No,
happened.
for real, me either.
I ain't never seen a turtle.
Yo, the turtle's dope, bro. I'm telling you.
You got little boy pets.
Yeah, what do you do with the turtle though?
They don't do shit.
It's not like
Just
you
let
play
it-
fetch with it.
No, you just keep it. It's just a turtle.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Try to teach you karate.
In Asian culture, they
Uh-huh.
say it's a sign of good luck and shit to have a turtle in the house.
Yeah, but you ain't Asian.
I don't care. That's what white people do, dude. They appreciate and steal from all other cultures.
Oh, for real? Oh, is that what they do?
All right.
If the white people were
Exactly.
appreciating everybody from
We have no-
every
we
culture,
have no
we wouldn't be
food.
here today.
What's our food? We ain't got no food.
I got food.
What's our food?
Quiche.
The fuck this? No, it's probably from somewhere else. Dude. It probably ain't us. It's probably from somewhere else, but still.
Fucking casserole.
Casserole.
Every time you see the white family on TV, I made the tuna casserole.
Yeah.
I'm trying to send
Or
the
the
links
meatloaf.
out.
So nasty.
Nobody's
That
even
shit's just
sent
a
the
bunch of
links
shit
out.
mixed together,
I
huh?
never ate that.
Yeah, with tuna.
No, yeah.
Potato salad with the raisins in it. That's it.
No, we did the ghetto
Yeah,
stuff.
who
with
put
macaroni
raisins in
and cheese.
potato salad? What?
White people do, apparently.
That's crazy. Yeah, don't make my potato salad with that.
I've seen it.
You ate it too, then.
Hell no.
I've seen it with the black olives,
No.
which I like black olives, so I don't care. But I mean, yeah, don't be putting too much in there.
Salmonella though from the turtle.
My
That shit do
potato
sound.
salad is amazing.
It sounds fugazi though,
Yeah,
Jack.
it sounds
Honestly,
suspect as fuck.
yeah, it sounds suspect as fuck. Like, was you secretly eating meat or
No.
some chicken or something? Because like that's the only way you get salmonella, bro.
That's not the only way you get.
That's
you get
the main way you get salmonella, bro.
From meat. Chicken.
He was.
Rondo said he was eating motherfucking hot dogs in the corner and shit with no bun. Didn't cook them or nothing. You know what I mean? Just raw hot
you
dogs.
do got them chickens in your backyard though. You was out of town, see?
You talking about? Hey, I have chickens. And
Yeah,
they
that's what I'm
live in
saying.
my
There's a possibility
backyard.
I caught it from your shit though, man, because it does
And I
take
did
around
not-
like 7 days, like a month to actually hit you. And
You
that
caught
was in
chicken
the
from
time frame.
Rob's house?
Nah.
I mean, you caught salmonella from Rob's house?
Could have been.
He left a bunch of.
What was you doing to my chickens? What was you doing? Hey, no, Brill was over there. Brill was petting motherfucking chickens, rooster, everybody. He didn't catch it.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all the
Jack-
dead chicken. in the
Angie
fridge.
said Jack hasn't been vegan in months. He's been shame eating. Bro, tell
Yeah,
y'all.
no, this boy acting like he threw a bunch of meat away that was in my fridge. Bullshit, that boy ate a bunch of meat that was in my fridge. All this
Ate
gonna
a
go
bunch
bad
of meat.
anyway, you know. So
Ate a bunch of meat. Yeah, right, dude. That shit was foul.
That motherfucker sneaking eating 70-30 ground beef.
Oh, was I wrong? Was it you guys and your whole family that had fucking food poisoning not too long ago?
oh shit.
Hey, Jack
Nah,
get
I
mad,
haven't.
bro. He said y'all had food poisoning a few months ago.
the whole
fucking
He said
family.
the whole household.
The baby had food poisoning.
We did, we got that food
That
poisoning.
shit, your
That's
fridge is a
And it was from
biohazard,
chicken.
Angie.
But hold on, it was from chicken and eating
And
chicken.
that was the chicken inside the fridge that I threw
Yeah.
away.
And nah.
And cleaned out your fridge and everything too.
And then
It was all
what? And then
sneaking up
you
the
didn't
whole
wash your
thing.
hands, and what was you doing? Finger popping your mouth or something, dude? And
You
you
get
got caught
salmonella.
it?
You get salmonella when you be taking a boo boo and then don't wash your hands and shit.
That's what it said.
And then next thing you know, you rubbing your eyes or something. You be
I
like,
thought that
oh,
was
yeah.
pink eye, dog.
No, it's just, you can
Same
do it the same
shit.
way. There's multiple ways.
Is
to
that
get
why you got it? You was taking a boo boo and you didn't wash your hands?
I'm not taking none of you guys seriously for the rest of the show. Just let it roll. I really don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. Nah, you guys aren't answering.
We just trying to-
serious ass questions.
We're trying to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Go
We're
ahead.
just trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
No,
man, shit.
No,
No, you
he
could have
said
died from
no.
that shit, man. We trying to look
Yeah.
out for you.
For real.
The only thing I can think of that changed. The only thing I can think of that changed in my setup was the fucking turtle.
If you really ate a
really
bologna
does that.
sandwich right now and you ain't been eating meat
You know,
in this
fuck
long
the
ass
link.
time, you fuck around and die.
no,
Like that should have fucked you up.
A
No.
bologna sandwich kill you. Like
no,
ham sandwich like Elvis, dog. Gone.
that is the dumbest shit I ever heard.
With all the shit that's fucking included in that bologna.
Oh yeah, your body ain't ready for that shock.
We on that.
Might as well
Yeah.
have a little shit in it.
Right.
Yeah, too many preservatives in your bloodstream. It's a wrap.
You gotta make me Google shit.
This boy Google it. He's like, "Damn, dude, am I in
could be
trouble?"
sending out the link right now, but now I'm googling
His
shit.
mother, chicken give you cancer. Nah, you was all in for beef. I know it.
But yeah, we glad you're here today, Jack.
Yeah, I'm
We
glad
ain't
you
trying
ain't.
to talk shit about you.
Super
Long ass
sick.
introduction, Jack.
Yeah, we ain't trying to talk shit about you, man. If
Yeah.
you know, if you got sick from eating meat, that's your business, bro.
How you doing today, Mike?
Change the subject.
You know?
Fuck that. Hold on.
Oh.
Wait a second. Hand on Bible. Swear to God. If you really think I ate some fucking meat, fuck you, dude. I have not touched. Seriously, bro.
Hit him on it. Hit him on it.
Fucked up. Like I thought I was clear in my statements and that shit. I'm a fucking vegan, dude. I don't fuck with that shit.
Oh yeah, over a steak sandwich.
This boy getting a fight. Yeah, they get mad over
I
it.
just wanted to state
Fucking
that.
vegan
Clearly
gang.
Fucking,
You might have got it from lettuce, motherfucker.
you can get it from that shit too. Yeah,
Uh,
can get it
you and
from
the
that
chickens
shit.
probably eating that same romaine I left.
All right.
Lettuce, right? You got E. coli.
I'm already fucked up.
He over there with the chickens. No.
Bologna sandwich.
Nah,
That shit's disgusting, man.
Hey, no, hey, there was a time though. I will say this. So Jack had been vegan for about 6-8 months.
All right, y'all leave Jack alone, man. Leave him
Oh,
alone,
no,
man,
but
man.
he ate some meat. It was my fault. I told him it wasn't, but it was, and he ate it. And he was pissed. He was pissed. He thought it was delicious, though. I will say that. He was like, "Dude, these are delicious. There's no way this can't be meat." I was like, "It's imitation crab, dog. You know what I mean?"
We're fucking with you because you claim to eat so clean and so perfect, and then you got salmonella. It's usually from meat.
Yeah. Oh, you're right, man. But honestly, I don't claim to eat perfect at all, ever.
Yeah.
That's like 100%.
I mean, we can move on, but so I mean, we narrowed it down after the Google searches. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't from him eating meat. It was from him taking a boo boo and not washing his hands.
With a chicken on his lap. One of your chickens on his lap.
The The cat killed the bird.
They say you can get it that way too.
The cat
killed the bird and you went and pet it.
Came over there and ate off your plate with you.
Oh
Oh, you
yeah.
got me, Bruce.
I gave them them cats
Yeah,
too.
together.
They rough with it.
Shit. All right.
Why they gonna eat a bunch of lettuce anyway?
I just don't
Cat
think they
don't
selling salmonella turtles.
I know. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Oh, I got it
know.
right here. All right, this is it. I'm done with the subject though. Yo, red-eyed slider turtles are reptiles that carry salmonella as well as other germs and tiny bugs. They can infect native wild turtles when these diseases and harm humans or whatever the fuck.
It tells you that.
I don't say no, Jack.
So he touched
Read it
turtles
yourself.
and then it started spewing turtle
You know
soup.
the ones they got on the
Salmonella.
thing that's for sale? It tells you that on the little
Salmonella,
warning
bro.
that comes.
I never really motherfucking be shopping at Petco a lot, and honestly, I never be reading the signs next to the turtle.
Well, fuck this shit. We're changing subject.
You had a fish tank before when you go in that section. They got a big ass thing with turtles in there.
It
The
said
turtle,
Jack's-
the turtle was
it said
shit.
Jack's turtle
The
on
turtle
the
was
topic
sitting in
today.
this shit.
Yeah,
Jack grabbed the turtle and started playing with it.
Then he went to the restroom.
Fresh from the
Yeah.
shit.
They-
Then he went to the restroom and took his own shit
Yeah.
and walked out of there.
And then the
washed
turtle
his
hopped
hands.
in the bowl and he had to fish it out the bowl. You know what I mean? Turtle was out getting squiggly and shit. And then he went and ate some cupcakes without washing his hands. Vegan cupcakes, yes.
I love all these extreme theories of what happened. Honestly, I've been trying to figure it out myself.
And he was rubbing the turtle shell
I was like, did I?
ever so gently.
While they both watch Game of Thrones.
Man, I need to drink. I got caught up like a motherfucker.
Dude, that's what you get from missing yesterday, talking about your ulcers and shit like that. No, that's what you get.
Are you Michelangelo or are you Leonardo?
Oh yeah, this boy.
Playing with
Yeah.
the turtle watching Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Jacardis.
We have to change one of the topics.
You know you love that Game of Thrones, Jack.
Of course.
What are your turtles' names?
His name's Franklin.
Wow.
Wow.
What? Why would you name him?
Liar.
I swear to God.
What?
Because white people name their pets real names.
You don't remember?
Like real
You don't
human
remember?
names.
You don't remember Franklin the Turtle on PBS?
No.
That was like a.
Oh, you
like
remember
a
that?
That's why I
cartoon
thought
shit,
you was
but-
lying.
No,
Yeah,
that's-
that one from
Franklin
my
was an old
generation.
TV show. 90s kids.
That's crazy.
Grew up with that shit.
I didn't name the Koopa Troopa, but anyway. So what we doing tonight, Crondo?
We got a couple of topics, man. We can get into the first one.
Which is
We can get on the music tips, and then before we get on to serious topics, but Big's first two albums versus Pun's first two albums.
Now,
come on, Biggie.
Yeah.
yeah. I would say, look, that's a good thing. Brother Nisi over there
What's
said
Big
split
Pun?
down the middle.
I didn't really like Pun's
Big's
second album
first
that much.
Big's first two albums, which is Life After Ready to Die, and Life After Death versus Pun's first two albums, Capital Punishment, and then what is the other one?
Second one is.
Is it 100%?
I forgot what the
Bruce
second one
fucking
is.
know it.
Yeah, but regardless, it's the first two albums.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Big right off.
Are you all right? So look, I'm gonna say it like this. I spent earlier today a few hours while I was cleaning up the house. Y'all know who been tuning in. Had the motherfucking pipe rupture underneath the house, so you know we got construction and shit going on. I'm sitting there cleaning up, you know, helping with all this whoopty whoop in the drywall, and I'm listening to the whole Ready to Die, flat out from back to front, and then the whole motherfucking Capital Punishment. And off rip, I started on Ready to Die, and I was like, damn, yeah, dude, there's too many songs on here, dude, that I know that I love. Ready to Die for sure. Then I listened to the Capital Punishment. Now, I will say this, though.
What's my second album?
The Capital Punishment, dude.
Yeah,
Baby. Yeah, for the pun second. But yeah, I will say this. The Capital Punishment, dude, he had so many good features on there. From Cannabis, Busta Rhymes on. I mean, dude, he had a lot of people on there on his jams. And
Which one was the better album?
I'm gonna say Big Pun's, dude. Even though I didn't like Big Pun's skits, he had a lot of skits in there that was fucking up. But that was for the first album.
But Life After
I was
Death
still saying,
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah,
kills the Yeah Baby, because honestly, that Yeah Baby wasn't a strong album though. That wasn't a strong album.
Come talking to Mike.
Was that
Yeah.
posthumous?
We can't hear you.
well, yeah, you're gonna have to go fit in between now.
Sorry, I need to get a drink.
Was Yeah Baby after he died?
Yeah, Baby was the one that came out just like Life After Death. Yeah, dude.
Trey should know.
You might as well hit up the YouTube, Trey. Why ain't you ain't watching? Man, I be telling corn dog that.
When y'all get on?
Are we hooked up for phone calls?
Oh yeah.
What's the
They
number?
can call,
Give me the number.
I'll put it in the chat.
Hold
But
on.
don't be cutting people off when they call, Rob. Last time when somebody called, you try to like take over the conversation and
I
then
ain't
like,
take over nothing. Yeah, hold on. I'm doing it right now.
yeah, you did.
Hold on. It says connecting. Hold on. Someone coming to get you. Hold on.
Who's that?
Call the line. They can't hear you on this.
Who's that?
It's Trey. Hold on. Let me see if they can.
Oh, man, who don't want to hear Trey, man?
Okay.
No, we hanging up on it. Like that? Is it like that? He was about to give a shout out real quick, dude. You gotta call on the line here.
You got to hook it up on here, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to, but he keeps
You've done it
calling.
before. Why you can't do it?
Cause he
again?
keep calling. Which one? Edge, right?
It's Roadcaster.
Royal Castle.
That's your ringtone, nigga?
Say it again.
Roadcaster.
All right, I got it.
Anyway, man. Well, Rob, anyway. Big versus Pun. I can hear him now.
All right, there. You in there? You hear him?
Yeah, we can hear him.
All right, there you go.
What you want? What's cracking? You live?
Hey, yeah, you live, dog. Don't say anything crazy. You start talking.
Oh, y'all here?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
man.
here, man. What do you
on
want?
the air. We calling you.
Nigga, ain't nobody call me, nigga. I'm outside. I don't see cars no cars.
What he say?
You gotta ride,
He ain't
bro.
try to book it.
I said I'm outside, but I don't see cars no cars. So I'm
Ain't
asking
gonna
if y'all
ride.
niggas was here or not.
I can't hear him.
Yeah,
I
his
can hear
car, he got a ride, bro.
Who got a ride?
Crondo.
Oh. All right.
He about to say something.
Man, yeah.
Say something.
All right, bro.
Next caller.
You a fool, dude. You a fool for that one.
I didn't even see his ass.
Man, shut up.
He talking about he outside.
Hey, yo, I'm just looking at this track list, and Capital Punishment was fire.
Capital Punishment was fire. You see the track list?
Yeah,
You see
I
the
remember this whole album. I used to have this in my shit
you see
before
the
I
whole
changed phones.
motherfucking the whole like out list as far as all the
that
people he
Super
had.
Lyrical with Black Thought was
That shit
fire.
was the shit, dude. Yeah, like I said, I fucking listened to the
Dream
whole album
Shatterer.
yesterday or today.
He got that shit with Wyclef. I used to like that one.
Yeah.
Dream Shatterer, that shit.
Dude, he had some good stuff on there, but don't get it twisted. I'm gonna say
But I'm
personally,
looking at,
hold on. I'm gonna
Looking at it
say
as a whole, man.
51, 40,
System
49. I like
There you
Pun. 51, 49. I
For the
like
first
Pun.
album,
For the
right?
first album,
All right,
first
let's
album.
move on to the second.
Second, Life or Death killed it. Sorry.
Killed it.
Well, I don't know about killed
Uh,
it, but I mean, I'll give him a 60-40 on that. Even
Life After Death shits on Yeah Baby. Life After Death shits on Yeah Baby. But their first album, that's a legitimate argument.
that is though, man.
So yeah, Biggie had more popular hits.
Give Me the Loot, all that's on
Yeah,
there.
Give Me the
dude. I
Loot.
mean, his
Well,
first
that's
three
not Ready to
ones
Die.
were
That's
hits.
Ready to Die, but I'm talking about Capital Punishment
Oh, yeah,
versus Ready to Die.
Yeah, that's what we're talking
And
about.
so we're
Bruce.
talking about the first two albums. Biggie obviously had the better. Life After Death, you can listen to all the way through.
Flat out, yeah.
Fucking
Was that a
I don't
double
listen
disc?
to Ready.
Hold
I
on,
don't
was that
listen
a
to
double
Ready to
disc?
Yeah, it's double disc.
Yeah, that was.
I don't listen to Ready to Die all the way through though. There's certain songs I really
Right.
like.
Yeah, I
Right,
can hear
fact.
you. Yeah, I can
There's
feel
a
you
couple
there.
of songs like I probably only like four, or, half of the songs on there.
On Ready to
Even
Die?
though it's on Ready to Die.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I would say
I'ma tell you
80%.
I like
right here.
half of the songs.
I'll say 80%.
It's the what? The song with Method Man is the
One More
banger.
Chance, Juicy, and motherfucking
Everyday Struggle. Everyday Struggle was cold.
Everyday Struggle.
And then
Or
Give Me the
maybe
Loot.
Warning. Who is this?
That I live by. Hey, even that.
There's another one.
I live by the funk. I die by the funk. All that coming out the
I
first
didn't like
threes.
Machine Gun Funk that much.
Nah, it was
Yeah.
good verses he put out.
No, he talking about that one where he shoot himself at the end and shit.
That's
Suicidal
Warning.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh, Suicidal Thoughts.
Yup,
Yeah,
that was
Suicidal
hey,
Thoughts.
that
When I
was
die,
solid.
fuck it, I want to go to hell.
Yup, that was a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was hitting it on that.
Unbelievable.
But
As far as a solid album,
But
I can
Capital
say,
Punishment is
yeah,
cold.
as a solid
Yeah.
album, yeah, Capital Punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's on Ready to Die.
I'm
Yeah,
not a
it is.
player.
Yeah, I'm not a player's on there. Like he had, on Capital Punishment, he had smackers.
They stand up, but I don't know.
Hey yo, and that's a
hard choice,
battle.
huh? Yeah,
Because Baby had bang, Watch those off with it. All of that shit was fire. It's so hard.
With Donnell Jones,
that shit with MOP he got on there was fire.
Yeah, he had some shit with Donnell Jones.
Like I said, a 60. Yeah, them boys was hitting it, though.
That was the introduction of Remy Ma too. On
was it?
Yeah, Baby.
That's who put her out.
Yeah.
Shit, I know he got put out, or she got put out from Big Pun.
Yeah,
Big Pun 2 albums versus fucking.
Everybody seen your nose hairs and everything.
What's that nigga shit?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was fire. That nigga.
That was cool.
You want to hop in? This anyway. Come on.
That 100% Puerto Rico.
Jack.
Yeah, that was good. Hey, that was actually influential for like getting that whole like Latin thing into it. You know what I mean? Type of thing.
Pun was the first Latin rapper to go platinum.
Yeah.
Is that a fact?
That's a fact.
Pun was the first Latin rapper to go platinum?
Yeah.
That's what he always used to say.
Yeah.
Cypress Hill never won platinum?
Nope.
Nah.
Not first.
Not before Pun.
Cypress Hill didn't go platinum?
Not before Big Pun.
Insane in the Membrane. You got screwed up, Trey.
Yeah.
Insane in the Membrane fucking was a platinum hit, bro.
I'm in the range yet?
Yeah.
Check, mic check.
I don't know Cypress Hill, but I know Pun went platinum.
What we on? Big versus Pun?
First
two albums.
Big.
All Big had was
on both?
Right?
Both. Pun shit sound like a mixtape, bro. We already talked about that, but it shit sounded like a mixtape. Big shit had, production on it. So he was able to market, to a broader audience.
He had better production because Fat Joe had his own little shit, but it wasn't fucking with that.
It all had that mixtape underground sound.
Yeah. But that's what made it fire, though.
Yeah, but if we gonna compare it, you can't compare the two. Like, it's no comparison. That's a mixtape versus album.
It was an album. Yeah.
I'm saying, but it sounded like it had a mixtape sound and feel to it.
I don't think so. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm not still not a player. Sound like a mixtape cut to you?
No,
that's one though out of how many?
That got him that Latin
deep cover
status.
Mixtape sound.
Yeah, that was a mixtape track.
That was a mixtape track.
That nigga shit, mixtape sound.
Yeah. Well,
Life After Death is for sure better than Baby.
Hell yeah, no doubt.
Life After Death versus All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me, and I ain't even no Pac fan like that.
It's not too many albums that can compete with All Eyes on Me.
For real.
I'm done arguing with
Oh, you can't argue with me. There ain't no argument over here.
B?
Done.
Life After Death.
I was around when Pac first came out. I remember when Pac was a backup dancer, not a gangster.
You can hear Trey good as fuck. You can't really hear you.
Because I got mic control over Debo. Dead ass.
Fucking, you say Pac? All Eyes on Me?
Over what?
Over Life After Death. No, Life After Death.
Most definitely. And then
you say Pac's album?
Yeah. First of all,
you?
Life After Death. Life After Death. Biggie wasn't even alive for that shit.
Yes, he was. He fucking recorded it, nigga. Who you think?
The Ghost of Big Papa wrote that shit.
Right,
oh man.
Recorded those tracks.
When the shit came out, was he alive?
No.
So could we say he had creative control over that album?
No, as far as
it was
song
whatever,
placement and all that. Yeah, you're right.
Puff put on that album,
whoever it was, the fucking AR, or whoever he had taking care of this bullshit.
Yeah, I can't say he might. Even if he did have other shit in there, some of them songs was put together by Puff. It wasn't like he took this verse from that shit and put it on.
Yeah,
this album.
that's a gangster fact.
Yeah. So
I get that.
I can't say that. I mean, I could say Pac's album was way better than that.
Yeah, because Pac had creative control over
he's like, nah,
everything.
I want this, I want that, I want this. Nah, do this after that. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have that.
When Big Suge pulled up.
Pac may not have had that creative control over his shit like that. That could have been all Suge. We don't know. Y'all niggas just assuming that shit.
Yeah.
Well, we'll say he
Okay,
had
yeah,
input.
he was
Biggie didn't have no
alive,
input.
right.
He had some
He was
input. He
alive.
might have not had total control, but he had some input, whereas
At
Biggie
least he
didn't.
could say, yeah, I don't even want this song.
Because I heard that song Mine Made Up originally had supposed to have Inspector Deck on there.
That should have been ass.
Was Method Man and Redman?
You
Yeah.
hear him in the background, like Rebel,
Yeah.
I that's the rebel.
Yeah.
And then they cut his ass off.
Yeah, there's a story behind that. I'm not too sure of.
That's
it.
crazy, huh? Yo, Inspector Deck might have killed it, man.
Nah.
Nah.
I
Huh?
got my mind made
Red
up.
Meth
Come
already
on.
did it.
Get
Say
into it.
what?
Red Meth had already
Let it ride.
They had already killed it.
Tonight's the night. It's gonna be hard to get on that, man. That was one of them tracks where if you came just okay, you would rewrite your verse because everybody killed that shit.
Especially after Red and Meth zone out on it. Yeah, you know.
They handled that track.
Because Redman, I think it's zone out on some shit.
It's a cold track, but yeah, I don't know if his shit was
Rob not that good of a
basically,
PD.
orchestrated like Biggs was, but
He's supposed
yeah.
to hit me in the earpiece,
But-
flag me down.
so yeah, everybody say Big then.
No,
Nah.
no, they
If
didn't.
we talking about Big versus Pun, and it's the initial question.
In the two together.
Or
Yeah,
just the first one. Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
I mean-
overall, it's
Well, yeah, because they
I
only
like-
got to drop 2 albums each, so
Right.
you can only compare them two. So, overall, yeah, Big got that, man.
Who would you
Better
take
bars,
in the
better
production.
production.
If they were alive today, who would you
Oh,
take in the battle
that's
right now?
rough.
In the battle?
I don't know.
Biggie?
I don't know.
That's tough,
3
bro.
rounds.
Pun,
like
that's
a smash.
I'll
Pun,
probably take Pun.
but Pun would have ate Biggie, bro, in the battle. Huh?
But Big special.
We talking about right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big would have pulled him apart like you fat, love fat. I'm black, but you white. He would have just killed him, bro, off the top. Baby. Still got that Biggie voice on deck.
I don't know, man. It would have been a good battle, though.
But if they was alive right now, who would you pick? I don't think Pun's style, I don't think he would have elevated it, took it to the next level like Big would have.
You don't know that though.
I'm just going off what I think. Unless we got a time machine and we could stop them niggas from getting killed and bring them back here to iRock Studio, we'll never know.
Puff would have made him anyway.
Puff would have did what?
Puff would have made him like, we got to do something different on this next.
He be on the track with Tyler Swift and shit.
You know what I
Making it
mean?
happen.
I need you to rap like this.
Hell yeah.
We gonna make some
Where Pun, he was raw.
But
You know that
he
raw
wasn't
street
a-
style.
'cause, Big had already set in motion. They was forming the commission. It
Yup.
was Big,
Jay-Z.
Lance Rivera.
Was
That
another
was Big,
young cat.
That was Big's business partner. The one who Jay stabbed that nigga,
Yeah.
right?
Yup.
That's the one he got allegedly stabbed.
Yeah.
But that was Big's partner. And because he was the motherfucker Lil Kim's manager. That
Yup.
was Lance. But it was supposed to be the commission was Jay-Z, Cameron, and fucking not Cameron, but
Mace?
No, I think AZ
Lance.
or it was a
it
couple
was
cats
Lance,
supposed to be
but
in there.
Yeah, that was gonna be their shit after that. He wasn't about to keep fucking with Puff.
The
like that.
commission. Oh,
Yeah, the commission. They was on
snap
that
out of it.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Man, that went in motherfucking robot mode. He went in the clone mode.
So ass up.
That nigga clone star motherfucking.
I'm thinking,
Zapping out.
Styles P. I was thinking. Because I remember him saying that shit on a couple of tracks, the commission. I thought he was talking about
The
some
commission,
Junior Mafia
yeah.
shit.
No, that was finna be the next
So that's-
super
if
group.
that's
That's
true,
gonna be
yeah,
like
that
the East Coast
If
NWA.
that's how it was going, that's crazy. Because Pop was supposed to be about to leave and go do his own.
And you
thing.
see Dre stole the idea and tried to come out with the firm, but that
Yeah.
shit didn't work.
Yeah, that was kind of garbage.
Yeah. It was like the B team.
And
Big one was
they
the
shouldn't
18.
have been there. They
Yeah.
shouldn't have been. I don't know what the problem was. Cause
Well, at the time, it was kind of hard to mesh that East Coast flow with the West Coast beat, like how cats could do now. It was just, it was more like sort of segregated, so to speak. So you kind of forcing Dre beats onto some East Coast cats and shit just didn't come across.
Not the way he did it with 50.
Exactly. With 50, he had the motherfucking recipe by then. He knew what he had to do. Because he pretty much let 50 still rock the East Coast shit.
Making all those beats, it was just under his production.
Yeah, so
right. Plus Joel used to be on Dre's label.
But Joel, Dre didn't do nothing with Joel. That's why he left.
Yeah.
That would have been cold though.
Hell yeah.
That's why he left.
Yeah.
Did he?
He was on the shelf. They wasn't doing nothing with him. He was like, I'm
same as
like
Rakim though. He had Rakim on the shelf.
Yeah.
Who the fuck puts Rakim on the shelf? Nigga, that's
Dre,
you really on that dope, my nigga.
Rakim, he had Joel. He's like Joel was like, I'm trying to rap.
I honestly think Drake could have solidified himself as far as like the best ever if he would have had, if he was more consistent. Chronic 2001 came out in 2001? And then 2000 and some shit. And then the other shit, we went 15 fucking 20 years
before
that Compton album came out. He could have been putting shit out like that whole time.
He ain't dropping no mixtape. That nigga was just doing squats all fucking the whole time on the juice and the HGH. Looking like Frankenstein now. Yeah. Drinking them hoes. Drinking HGH. You supposed to shoot that shit up. Yeah, I need more beats.
Turn this shit up. More beats.
Roy Raging came up with the beats.
Yeah, this nigga trying to roast. You ain't even in the camera. Nigga talking about.
Oh, who, Rob?
Talking about road rage like Crondo. I don't take roids.
Rob, you so cool. I should call you a coolo. Looking ass.
He look like the only Vato at the gym.
Come up. Yeah, I'm about to get up there.
Vatos Locos. No, sit down. This is Bruce's birthday. We just gonna just roast Rob. Can we get a camera shot on Rob's feet? If he got on the flip flops today, we gonna talk about that.
He got on some kicks.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually wore shoes today.
Okay.
Wow. Impressed.
But shit, yo. Everybody tuning in the chat. I see you. Fucking
I just sent the link out.
Hell yeah. But shit, let's get on another topic, man. We got other people here. Okay, you want to get on? All right, here. You can sit in my seat.
After we take a break, though. I'll get on right now. If you ready, Bruce.
Yeah. You want?
Nah, come here.
You want to sit down?
Yeah, I got you.
Here. You want to come sit around?
Or sit over there. Get to me.
Don't worry, bro.
Hey,
TAC in the house tonight, man. I got brother Bilal, Trey G.
No, call me Brother Neezy.
Brother Neezy in the building. Motherfucking we got motherfucking Edward Almost James.
In this bitch. Don't look at me, puppet. Look away.
It's a long movie. See, look at that.
Look away, puppy. Look away.
Hey, I see Trey brought the red vines, dude. Can we get that on? Is that on the camera?
Hell yeah, old school.
Hey, so this dude come to my house, man. Hey, all y'all been to my house. I motherfucking had candies, cookies out. I don't need the shit.
Fucking it up,
dude.
I do.
This motherfucker is asking for a fucking grocery bag, dog.
Hell yeah, though. Taking
that boy
it.
will fill up, dude, and take it home and shit. Like,
smashing that shit all in school and everything else.
Somebody turn their phone down.
Bruce's teeth too old to eat candy.
Hell yeah. That boy can't eat celery and shit without picking it out next week.
Yeah. 50s. This is 50.com teeth.
Say what? Okay, man.
Gray beard the pirate looking at. Look at me.
Trey got
captain
Trey
now
got a
looking
tattoo
at
of a Laffy Taffy across his back. That's how much he love it.
This nigga the first legal immigrant. He really a paisa. This nigga sell oranges and incense.
Oh, don't clown on my hustle, man.
I got jokes today. I brought the whole flash drive full of jokes.
Yeah, he was thinking about that all week. He like, should I text it to him?
Yeah, I know Rob will come in there looking funny.
Oh, that's a gimme. You already know.
I know
That's Rob on style, though.
So we gonna run off that one.
That's Rob on style. You looking like a dressed up Mexican.
Kind of lightweight.
Professional Mexican. Weird. Professional Vato. That's the homie, though. I fucks with him. K over here trying to bootleg on the side, get his own channel popping and shit.
Let me get my views in
I
looking
don't get my
ass.
invites and everything.
No, hell no.
They better tune in.
Oh, he talking about this my
Y'all
show.
better tune in.
This my podcast. I got the squad on my shit
Yo,
today.
yeah, you hear him? Yeah. This is my new thing.
Front like a cat grill, nigga. That nigga wild, boy.
So what was you thinking before you got dressed tonight, Kay? You were like, you know what? I gotta be on camera. I'm gonna kill him with this big ass wood African chain, dude.
Nah,
You're
this
like,
ain't. No, hold on. Let's address
That
this
what you-
RBG custom.
RBG.
All
You
right.
trying to shoot one?
Oh no, but that's what you
No,
wanted to do though.
you
Before
can't-
you got ready
Yeah.
today, you were like, you know what? The t-shirt ain't doing it.
I'm gonna kill him.
I'm
with
gonna kill him with
this
this,
Nah, I knew
baby.
the t-shirt was gonna be
RBG
enough.
Dookie rope.
I knew the t-shirt was gonna be enough, especially since I just hit the gym. Muscles looking nice. Got a nice little
Full of the
pump.
juice to the roof.
Boy, you taking that same shit Crondo is. Nah,
More
man,
juice than
I
my
wanna hear it.
motherfucking
Hey,
Challenger.
nah, yeah, you taking that
Nigga
fucking
on that
meth, or
nitrous.
meth fucking shit, dude.
Negative.
This boy
Crondo
gave me a
all
half a scoop.
lies.
He would like take this pre-workout, give me a half a scoop.
Bro, Crono ain't taking
I'm,
no
I'm
juice.
over there checking my pulse
Roy.
and shit, dude. My shit fucking hitting on hard, man.
That's because you don't work out hard enough.
No, that's because you be fucking putting the crack in that shit, dude. Ain't nobody trying
Nah,
to take
you
that
gotta
stuff.
go
juice.
hard when
Yeah,
you
but
take
Crondo
the
went
turn
in
me
on
off.
the
of supplements
HGH.
off of
I
that.
ain't going on
And
nothing.
the old school wind straw. Them niggas still
Rob.
on Winnie.
Rob,
What?
Rob just don't get no games.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Bad genetics, Rob.
strong as hell. Trust me, Crondo got a problem keeping up.
Oh, somebody put the camera on Rob and then put the camera on Crondo. And y'all in the chat tell me who would have the most biggest problem with working out.
Rob, don't get it. Rob.
Rob looked like he got about 20 push-ups in him before he fall
Hey, nah, these big motherfuckers get tired quick.
Rob do
Trust
girl
me.
push-ups.
on his knees.
Crondo do butt flexes.
Oh, hell no.
You know you do too. He got tired of looking like that
What
dude
the
from the
fuck
Minions,
is a
man.
butt flex?
Yeah, what is a butt flex? I don't know what it is. You
Dead
tell me.
ass
Something you
April
doing. I
Smith,
seen you
Biggie
and
is
Kay
way
up there
better than
doing that
Pun.
shit.
Salute.
Mhm.
What happened?
Okay,
That's on the
Rob.
chat.
Yeah. See, I pay attention to the chat because I be doing this shit so much. You know, y'all little niggas just new to this shit. So y'all don't know
It's
how
your
to
third
multitask.
time here, being here, second time on camera. You know, I'm
Oh,
well, this
no,
my
but I be
first
doing
time,
hella
man.
podcasts,
Hey,
though. I'm like,
Thank y'all for having me, man.
Let
Thank y'all for having me.
about you.
Let
Uh,
the guests
Brother
talk.
Bilal.
I appreciate y'all
Give
for
Brother
having me on the
Bilal a
show,
round of
man.
applause. Crondo.
Hold on. Do the claps.
Just like that.
My bad. We do have community figures in the building,
Yeah,
man.
these claps sound
So-
whack than a motherfucker.
Yeah, it ain't loud enough.
Yeah.
You know, but we got people in the
crowd
building,
gotta
man.
get used to
Fucking
You
you know.
know,
All
Bruce,
of that.
he over there standing with his hand on his
Nah,
hip.
we got the team in the
When I
building.
dip,
real
you
talk.
dip, you dip.
Yeah. And got arthritis hip. Looking like a fresh than a motherfucker.
That nigga Bruce go to the Legion and do the Tootsie Roll.
That nigga go to second Friday looking ass. You don't fuck with first Friday, you go to second Friday.
Oh man.
Cadillac Fridays. All the old niggas with Cadillacs and vans be up there on second Friday.
That nigga Bruce got a cooler full of sodas in his trunk.
Yeah.
Seltzer water.
Great sodas and sunflower seeds.
Go on over to get one of them sodas out the car.
Baby girl. Cutie pie. I ain't know what of these young jive suckers. That's that nigga right there.
When he jive turkey.
Yeah,
Oh, hell.
jive turkey, you little jive young punk.
Bruce the type that got to, you know what I'm
Bruce
saying?
got the party a couple weeks, man. It's going up.
That is true.
You know what I'm talking about? This is going
about to
up.
have the
man.
happy 50th.
Hell yeah, that shit about to be litty
I got
in the
that marked
city.
on my calendar as one of the
Yeah,
cracking
sir.
nights for the year.
Hell yeah.
Bruce said he got
Go up.
Bruce said he got a motherfucking straight
32 bar motherfucking verse ready.
Somebody said Bruce looked like he said Bruce looked like he sell
Hard pressed shea butter.
hard press shea butter.
You know, this that concentrated shea butter. You mix this with your regular lotion. Last you all year. $39.99. Look at that nigga charging tax and shit on the streets.
Never seen nobody put no perm in no fucking cocoa butter. That's crazy.
That nigga
Oh,
Bruce got
that's
some
my
rough
nigga
ass,
Hyphy, man.
rough
You
ass slave
stupid.
hands.
Shout out to my nigga Hyphy, man.
He do got some rough ass hands though.
That's the homie who came up here that one day with me.
Oh yeah,
From
he shook Bruce's hand.
Yeah, he know Bruce look old in the face.
It is a bear claw.
Old dog. One of them old dogs, nigga.
Like old dogs from fucking Lady in the Tramp. Damn. Don't let him get you like that.
One of them old mean dogs can't see, but still got all his teeth.
Grandson,
Bite your ass.
Fred Sanford, you was
But hey, he over there with the Alzheimer's jokes. He done forgot his joke already and shit. You Fred Sanford and now I'm finna go to sleep.
doing in my screen door.
Y'all niggas got me out late. 8:26.
inspiration for Lamont, nigga.
Whatever. I wasn't even born then, nigga. You the one only nigga in here with a Lamont mustache. That's how old you is. Niggas can't even grow them big ass mustaches no more, nigga.
Like a push broom.
Yeah, them old put Richard Pryor face ass nigga over there.
You sound like a push, bro.
Yeah, straight push broom, bro.
Cleaning up the pussy, dude.
Niggas in the 80s can't grow them like that. And our shit just come out there and he trimmed up already. Lamont face ass nigga, you. No, shout out to my nigga Hyphy though and everybody in the LDBC.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Niggas still laughing at Bruce and shit. We'll get off the hoe. You know his
That nigga
birthday
said
coming up.
Bruce the only nigga that use a yellow book to get Papa John's phone number.
Come on, man. I'll leave the homie alone.
Who is that?
That nigga still got a motherfucking phone book.
That nigga died 1411.
Huh. My nigga Hyphy again getting on him, man. That nigga stupid. That's my dude right there, though. That nigga
Man,
crazy.
so let's talk about the next topic. What y'all think about this reparation shit?
Oh, we
Shit,
going to
you
that.
pay what you owe, bitch. Pay up. God damn it. The deal busy, dude.
Rob said a racist joke in the chat. We should whip his ass.
Man, I'll give you fucking 3 chances, dude.
Bruce, lock my car.
Bet you I scrum away and
I ain't
go.
gonna hit you, young homie.
What you
Young
say?
kid
Trying
and
to
play
say some
fade.
racist
I ain't gonna
What
hit
do you
you.
say, Crondo?
I said-
Are you gonna really put me on blast?
Hell,
Hey, man.
Go ahead.
Everybody know you ain't racist. I'm talking shit, nigga. It's the PotRoast. I said we're gonna talk about fucking reparations, man. He said, who? What?
I ain't getting none.
And then I said, he said, well, yeah, reparations, bro. It's a fucking hot topic right now. Shit, he gonna
About
talk about,
slavery. That's what you said.
Yeah,
Go
about
ahead, tell the
slavery.
truth.
Reparations about slavery. He said, oh yeah, what they gonna give everybody? A black and mild and a Colt 45?
That's not what I said exactly, but I mean,
that is what he said. Ain't that what he said?
ain't what I said exactly.
And now the chat for the start
Crondo, did
roasted,
you laugh?
Rob.
I told him, fuck, what did I say?
I don't know. You
I
talking
said,
shit.
man, I said,
Yeah, this boy
Cállate
said.
la boca. That's what you told me.
Yeah, Panthers and the Panthers and shit.
yeah, I said we gonna feed him to the Black Panthers.
There you go, dude. Do you have like that disease where like you got?
Nah, I got that fresh as fuck disease. Why you got that Rob disease? That's
What
fresh as fuck Rob.
Trey want to eat Twizzlers on camera.
Yeah, this dude.
Eat my candy, nigga. Do you niggas want some?
That's all it is. We just wondering what you.
Oh, then everybody who don't want none, could shut the fuck up. I'm finna smash these
Real
hoes.
like, yeah, this ain't titty
Anyway,
milk, but I'll
man.
take it.
So,
Braille drink titty milk out the pump. We were pulling up to the nursery
Save me a
ward
little bit, baby.
with his own pump.
Be home from work soon.
reparations, man. They said that it's
Reparations, not
reparations.
reparations.
What he
Get it right. And we want rep,
Real though,
not
dog.
wep.
Yeah.
We don't need no weapons, and we don't need the money. We can get the
We
weapons.
need restoration, not reparations.
You know what the fuck I was trying
What the
to
fuck
say.
we gonna restore, nigga? Your
We're gonna
face?
restore this
You
land
want-
first and foremost. We gotta-
Restore that motherfucking
gotta
beard, but it's
restore
rep
knowledge.
erase to repair
We gotta tell the
to make
truth
whole.
on
God
what
damn it.
happened with all
Let's
of
get
that
back
shit.
on it though. We already know the truth. Shit, you can't make a liar fucking tell you the truth or believe the truth when you tell it to him. So
My thing is, it's not gonna happen.
I
Number
don't
one.
think so either.
It's not gonna happen.
Why?
You ever
Money.
seen that Dave Chappelle skit?
No, I mean, yeah, probably, but you gotta explain.
Nigga pulled up
Keep
in a whole
talking.
Newport truck. Niggas was buying white babies. It was 100,000 record labels popped up.
well,
in
if that's the
24
only
hours.
reason you think, then mine would be I'm finna buy a Newport truck and a white baby factory then, cause I'm getting that money too then. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'll ever come to
Sound
that
like
to where
it
they
makes
give
money,
some niggas some money though. They did give everybody else some money. They did give everybody else, so
they might happen.
Money. We did the math. They said it's estimated at 17 trillion. So between that,
no, that one chick did the math. You ain't do the math.
Nigga, I did the fucking math. Nigga, you smacking all in the mic.
Nigga, then what's the math thing, Kron? Goddamn right. Say my name 3 times.
Trey don't understand unless you count them in Twizzlers. You know what I'm saying?
Smacking all in the mic.
It's 38 motherfucking gum stoppers.
Hey, man, I'm turn your shit down, nigga.
Like a horse in this bitch, nigga. Mr. Ed.
17 trillion. It's 38 million, give or take.
Crondo got mad because said he ain't do the math.
Motherfucking black
y'all
people.
Know that nigga can't.
That's
440. Well, how many of those African Americans are claiming African as their nationality?
That's a big thing too.
That's the whole thing.
Now we got to get back to that, and that's some shit that I'm.
That's where the ADOS come into play. The foundational Black Americans, the ones who from here are people who was brought here on the original ships, and we still hear Deontay Wilder voice to this day.
The original man and woman populated the entire earth, right? Do we agree to that?
Hell no. Two people can't populate the earth.
The original man and woman populated the whole earth.
Yeah,
right?
The
original man and woman populated the whole earth.
But just to clarify, you're not talking about like the Adam and Eve fucking bullshit where two people.
Who the fuck is Adam and Eve?
I'm just saying because people ain't gonna understand. I know what you're talking about because we had these conversations.
I'm talking about
the original
melanated
people
beings, right?
But the original group of people, not just two people.
Right,
like
just not
like you and your wife couldn't populate the whole earth. Motherfuckers be inbred in a bitch.
I get it. So the original family, right? The original family is of melanated skin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so listen. No matter where they at on the map, why wouldn't they not be of African descent?
Look, hold on. Just with
I get that part, but we're talking about
no. I'm talking about
to be a certain part, a certain percentage.
I'm specifically talking about people who claim to be Native Americans. Even if you think that you're indigenous to this land, where did those people migrate from when they got to this land?
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, we ain't trying to do a whole history lesson, but
what are you talking about, Pangea?
I know, huh? Like,
No. The old necks and all their statues.
That nigga said old necks.
What I'm saying is,
regardless, back to the
reparations part of the conversation is, if it did happen, you would have everybody saying that they got black in them. You would have everybody would be.
But that's where the ADOS come into play. Is the foundational Black Americans like
saying that they were Native American just so they can benefit.
But it ain't no proof behind that though, bro. With the ADOS is showing like you gotta listen, bro. Listen.
They reclassified
what Crondo is talking about.
Tribes that were here.
But
say that again.
ADOS is like you gotta prove that you from here, your family from here. You ain't from no other fucking place and just migrated over here.
Your lineage.
Yeah, exactly. Like the papers on my pit bull type shit. So all that shit is gonna get kicked out to play.
How's that gonna happen? That's what I'm saying.
How
is that gonna be possible?
That's what they have in this bill.
You gotta research. You can find out where you come from, bro.
That's what they're doing. How? If they even go
research.
I get that, but whose research are you gonna go off of? Your own?
One person at a time. I hear all y'all niggas.
You should. You got the headphones on.
Yeah. Shut your fat ass up, your Burlington shirt on, nigga.
Nigga got on a DD shirt. Want to talk about a Burlington shirt, though, nigga. DD versus Burlington's looking ass, nigga. This nigga got a half a motherfucking fur on this shirt. You couldn't afford it to rest looking ass. Nah, this ain't no rocket. This is Last Kings. You don't know about that, though. This real RBG shit I'm supporting.
Real shit.
Don't you feel coonish now?
Get down to the true facts of the situation.
There you go.
Okay, reparations. Would it have?
In order for there to be reparations, you got to claim your nationality. So before we get to reparations, who are you?
Right.
So
I'm African American.
Then you ain't getting no reparations.
Yes, you are. What
you ain't getting shit.
It don't work like how y'all niggas think it's gonna work,
bro.
You have slave ancestry. You have slave ancestry. You fucking probably got slave ancestry.
So they just killed my people.
You know what I'm saying?
But niggas weren't
slaves.
They were people who were forced to do things. They weren't slaves. First and foremost, these are
indentured servants.
Was they getting paid?
Hell no.
Then they a fucking slave.
Stole. Nigga, they was getting their land stole. We was getting wiped out. We were the cowboys and Indians. Them motherfucking Indians that John
Oh
Lennon
yeah,
was
I
wiping
forgot
out.
we talking to
That's us.
Bearded Bay.
We were
Here we go.
Trey, you a fool for that.
Just saying.
Bottom line, we got to get down to the brass tacks of the truth, man. We got to find out the truth.
Look. I
agree with you. I agree with you.
Already here. That man did some slave trade,
First
but
of all,
I
black
ain't
is
never
a
seen no,
classification, not a color.
I ain't never seen a slave ship in no museum.
Right.
Bearded Bay.
No
Okay.
Nigga, have you seen Columbus's shipping? You ain't seen no shit
Right.
in
So what
no
you trying to
museum.
say? It didn't exist?
Nothing.
What are you
man.
saying?
I don't believe
Gibberish.
it happened the way that they said it.
How did it happen then?
The lesson
I
said
don't,
first
I don't
slave
know.
ship
I
was
wasn't
named
there,
Jesus.
but
That's crazy. Or
I don't know
was it
for
Jesus?
sure, but I've been exposed
Right.
to certain
Jesus.
information,
Religion,
and I don't believe it happened the way that they said it happened.
So what
You
is
think he came over here
another possibility?
voluntarily?
I think I believe.
No, what Braille believes is we was already here and got
And
conquered.
I believe
Some of
that
us
to a
were.
certain extent as well.
Some of
However,
us were here
that does
already.
not mean that we were not kidnapped from our country and brought over here. Not to say some of us our lineage might not lead up to that. However, there's going to be a great handful of people who does. We cannot take away the fact that that really happened. No matter what, as time goes on, we don't need to try to forget or try to prove that shit didn't happen. It happened.
So why? Hold on, I got one question. Why would everybody else get some form of reparations? Every single, from the Native Americans down to the Jews, down to everybody else, except black people. Why?
Because they push for it. We just now pushing
All right,
for it and
so why-
being serious about.
No, it's been pushed before. Plenty
But I'm
of
saying
times.
we serious about it now. We ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Motherfuckers is throwing up
Why is that? Why is that?
because
Rob?
Rob for real.
Well,
No, we just telling motherfuckers like we don't give a fuck what the fuck you talking about. If you ain't talking about reparations, eat a dick. Ain't nobody did
not
that
only
before,
that, we're
bro.
a lot more educated than we ever been before as far as the law of this land. So now we know how to move and operate out here when 50 years ago we didn't have that same knowledge. So now that things are a lot more clear, we got the internet, we got all this we got this knowledge at our hands, then we can actually put up a fight because we know more, we have more to fight with.
Okay, so why is it an issue now?
Why is it an issue now?
Yeah,
Or why do we want
Because we got a critical mass
We've
now.
always wanted it, right? I just think that we really have.
And why they haven't given it? Why they haven't given
Because
it?
ain't no when in history has it been pushed like that. Usually they dangle some shit and motherfuckers is like, okay, cool, y'all didn't had y'all temper tantrum. Now back to business as usual.
Trey, they killed the dude. Malcolm took it to the United Nations.
Yeah.
Filed charges on the United States.
Well, yep.
And they killed him because of that.
Which was the
That's
same
why he
thing
got
Noble
killed.
Drew Ali did.
But that was just
Before
Malcolm by himself. With the movement now, it's everybody.
What
You
did he
can't
say
kill
for the people that couldn't
everybody.
hear him? What did he say?
Who?
Bruce.
Oh, you said Malcolm took it to the UN and fucking that's why they killed him. He tried to pull the same type of motherfucking political tactic.
Yeah.
April said they will never give African Americans reparations. That would be admitting everything this country was built on.
Well, I mean, they've done it
was a
before,
lie.
though.
Bro, they
Done it
gave the
before with
Jews
the Indians,
reparations
man.
for
So
World
with
War
this-
II, and
the Japanese-
America didn't attack
This
man
country was
Jews.
built on the backs of slaves, then, right? Then
Facts.
we agree to that.
No,
No matter.
country was already built. It was already
Here we
there.
go.
They annexed
Down the
this
Bay
shit.
Bearded
They-
Hole.
Okay, so-
built it. They took it and made everybody think that they built it.
So
off
hold on a
slave
second.
shit.
Hold on.
It's
Hold
already here,
on.
bro.
I want to say something.
Hey,
though.
bro,
I really-
he don't want his reparations,
Yeah, no,
so
hold
give
on,
him to
hold on.
me.
I really do wanna say
Terror
something, though.
Ramesses
So
Sewell
like
III.
what reparation actually, you know what I mean, meaning this whole, you know, hey, you need to prove, you know what I mean, your lineage and all this. I don't really feel that, you know, that y'all shouldn't have to prove your lineage and stuff.
Why
like that.
not though?
You wanna-
If
hold on,
you
hold on,
an
let me
immigrant,
talk.
you could just
Let
come
me
over
talk.
here and get the
No,
bread
no,
too,
no,
and you ain't did
no.
nothing.
Well,
Just
I mean,
because if you ain't built this shit, you
I do
ain't
to a
getting
case
shit.
that you should prove whatever, but I'm gonna say it like this.
You can't but
Regardless,
that.
what it is though is for what the fuck the opportunities have been taken away from y'all. Well, you know
What
what, I'm
the
saying?
fuck?
Everything
Who
that's
playing
been
that
fucking done
bullshit?
for your fucking grandfathers, your fucking everybody. Sorry, man, didn't fucking cuss us. Hey, but yeah, dude, nah, man. Look, Jay, flat
Where's
out.
that
dude.
nigga single?
I'm gonna say it like this, dude. What's been taken away, you know what I'm saying, from the Jim Crow laws, from how they did y'all and shit, dude, from even when they freed fucking slaves and everything like that, and how they segregation, everything from schools, everything like that. Like, you know what I mean? There's opportunity. There's poets that haven't fucking written anything. They fucking artists that couldn't do their thing.
Everything they did was stolen by
dude, there's so much that they done took away.
They weren't allowed to own nothing, right?
And to be honest though, you know what I mean? That it don't matter, dude. If you fucking goddamn black in this country, dude, pretty much, unless you immigrated in here, you from some kind of lineage that felt this. Your grandmother, your mother, anybody, you felt this fucking pain. You know what I'm saying?
PTSD. It's PTSD.
Yeah, PTSD is the reason why fucking Jack and Chrono got pulled over fucking like a month ago and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Which I went to court for today, by the way.
Yeah, dude, it's the same bullshit that motherfuckers are literally going through today. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, there should be some kind of fucking goddamn payback for that. Flat out. Now, if it's going to cost you 17 trillion, shit, man.
I wanted to hear more.
Get the land back.
I wanted to hear more about what
when I seen that
what up,
shit,
y'all? What up, April?
What do we need and shit? Do now that you free, you said we need land to work ourselves and the tools to do it. That's exactly what they said.
That's what I said.
I wanted to hear more about what you had to say on that
topic. Almost $500,000 for each person. I was like, I'd rather have my 40 acres.
So what? Yeah, I've seen you say that too. I understand. Do you realize like one of the main things that they gave?
Make sure that mule got 600 horsepower.
So, look, you want to know when the main thing when you know what I'm saying, when they freed the slaves and everything was that they were going to give them the right to vote. Do you know that
they wasn't giving them nothing?
0.5 of fucking all. You know what I'm saying? Fucking blacks then voted. You want to know why though? Because they fucked them over. They went ahead and put a tax on it. So now you had to pay to vote. They were too poor to pay. So they couldn't pay to vote. So they wouldn't vote. Also, another thing, they were like, oh, so, you know, what about the white people that were poor?
You had to have an
address.
Had
a grandfather clause. No, this is in like amendments and shit like that.
You had to have an address to vote too.
Like, well, dude, they put
didn't
it
have
down
an
like
address
to where
no more.
You could grandfather in, and they even had shit
your
where
your
you
address
had to prove,
used to be that plantation.
You had to prove that you could read and write.
Got one no more.
Like you had to prove to read and write for you to be able to vote, and that just, you know what I mean, it basically fucked everybody over, so they couldn't do it. And when you can't vote, your voice can't be heard. That means you can't be elected. It was illegal for them to
read and write.
Exactly, you understand? They did these things for certain reasons and shit, and that's why they did it. That's when the white supremacist shit fucking came up. That's when the KKK started.
Listen, slavery ended what 154 years ago.
There should be fucking some
154 years ago. 1865 was how many years ago?
About
154 years ago,
a little
right?
bit more, something like that. Yeah,
that's not a long. My grandmother just celebrated her 90th birthday.
Not a long time.
2 months ago.
That's what I said.
So her grandmother was a slave.
Your great grandmother, yeah, dude, like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Give me my fucking money, man.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
And once slavery ended 154 years ago, right?
Yeah.
But after that, it wasn't all pies and cakes. After that,
that's what we're going into. That's what we're going into, the Jim Crow shit. You know what I'm saying, dude? And what they actually did for another 100 years. You know what I mean? Like
the police department wasn't invented.
This is what the Rosa Parks. You know what I'm saying? This is the
vagrancy laws. If we catch you on the street after a certain time, you're going to jail.
And then the prison.
That's when they came up with vagrancy laws.
Yeah. And I mean, basically, you know what it's.
You don't got no address. You don't got nowhere to be.
Yeah,
well, we got
is that they're going to continue to put laws into place where it holds down those that they didn't want. They weren't worried about blacks and what they were not doing. They were worried about blacks and what they were doing. What, you know what I mean? The ones that were actually rallying up, the ones that were actually sending their kids to school, getting an education. You know what I mean? The ones that they were actually starting to elect because the few would actually go ahead and motherfucking, you know, vote for them and stuff like that. This is all down south. You know what I mean? When this was really hot and brewing, and basically, yeah, man, they didn't held them back, murked them, straight killed them. You know, flat out. Talking Biggie Pac style, you know, we see it then time and time again. Shit, dude, Malcolm Martin, all kinds of motherfuckers, dude. Even before that, you know what I mean? Names that aren't really big that motherfuckers know and shit, dude. They did, you know what I mean, was suppressed and this and that. Like I said, that's when the KKK movement started, and that's what they would do. Like, you sugar motherfucker too, yeah. That's where y'all fucking going wrong, spiking your liver real quick. But I mean, it's a fucked up thing. And so I mean, around the table, Jack, what you think? Should they get them or not?
Hell yeah, man. It's like that line in Kill Bill, you know? They deserve the revenge. And we deserve to die. It's like it's just. But
What
no,
about you,
jokes
Bruce?
aside, like for real. Hey, for
Of
y'all
course.
get your
I mean,
reparations, start
like
a
I
business,
said,
and give me a fucking job.
When they bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki,
They gave reparations for those
they
guys.
gave them not only them, but the Japanese that was interred in this country.
Yep.
They compensated them for locking them up and all that.
They don't fuck their whole.
They gave Jews a whole country for what happened to them.
Yeah.
They took land from Palestine, gave it to the Jews. This is Israel now.
Yeah.
That's why the wars.
Yeah, that's why the wars
like,
are fucking crazy. Yeah.
That's our shit. How you gonna take our shit and give it to them?
Mm-hmm. It's like taking a little piece of Mexico and be like, "Oh no, you Mexico." You know what I mean? We're giving this to everybody. Yeah, nah, ain't gonna happen.
They got paid.
Oh no, today with the influence and everything
what makes
it's gonna be a rough thing.
That's in Memphis. Here.
What makes the American slave trade any less traumatic than that? They got whole motherfucking churches and areas for survivors of the Holocaust.
Yeah, no,
they don't got none of that shit for survivors of the American slave trade.
This is what you're talking about. How like there was already shit built up here and stuff like that.
6 million Jews they said died.
Original West Africans and like the wars and stuff came here first. Type shit. That's what you're talking about, man. I need to know more about that. I heard little dabbles and then what you've been posting and shit, but I don't know shit about that. Like they don't teach that, obviously.
No, what? Absolutely not.
How
real
like
history,
real
history. Yeah,
the first people that came here were actually Africans.
History wrote.
They wouldn't teach you that.
Nah, hell no, dude.
Well, that was that video you posted about that dude that was pulling out fucking all these stones in the caves, and she's got like 100,000 stones he pulled out.
But they have pyramids and statues in fucking Mexico, South America.
Yeah,
this was like in
it's like in Iowa or something.
Explain. When you're talking about reparations, you can't just talk about no money, no dollar amount can never.
There's no
take care of that, man.
Could you imagine it? Like, well, it's not the United States' fault, but if they try to just give white people try to give reparations for what they did to like everybody here, all the natives,
well, they don't feel like
and
that's
all the
their
fucking
fault.
Everybody, they don't. Yeah, well, maybe the Spanish, I guess, but I mean, regardless, shit, they done fucked up with shit. I am one of them races that is mixed, to this day because from European and fucking Indian and shit, because they done came over and just raped the country. There ain't no fucking reparation for that. Ain't no fucking coming back from that. Nobody would claim it either. But anyways, we do have something else to talk about though that's been kind of nice though.
In Phoenix.
Yeah, in Phoenix, this happened. Dude,
so
right
Phoenix,
in
Arizona, whoever ain't in Arizona, man. Arizona is a fucking racist ass,
crazy
Republican ass motherfucking state, I believe. And even though it's a whole lot of minorities here.
Any more of those?
Nah. I only had 3. And I gave Jack one. I drank 2.
Them red vine crumbs? How the fuck you leave red vine crumbs?
Fucking fat ass
Trey, dude. Trey eat it like a fucking rabbit,
nigga. But so some shit happened here last week, I believe, right? Yeah. Or a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple of days ago, actually.
No, it wasn't that.
It's recent,
about a week ago.
Recent, yeah.
In Peoria, it was Elijah.
Yep.
I forgot one of those last name off top. It was a young black male here, 17 years old, in a Circle K. He pulled up bumping rap music loud and whatever. Just got off work when he seen his girl went to the store, and there was a white dude just got out to join or whatever, had an issue of mental history, or so they say, or whatever.
Severe.
And
always
doesn't matter.
He walked up.
Doesn't matter.
He walked up behind the dude in the store. The fucking young man walked up behind him and slit his fucking throat.
Stabbed him and then slit it.
Yeah. Right at the drink
throat and then slit it.
Right at the Polar Pop station where you fill up. Circle K.
Yeah. Killed him.
Now you ain't hear about it? You didn't hear about that?
Nah,
they talking about it all over the country, bro. Yeah. Once again, Phoenix is on fire. It was just a few weeks ago the police incident, and putting the guns on the family. Now it's another cat out here just got poked in the neck by a white dude said his rap music made him nervous because he had bad experience with people listening to rap music, and he killed the dude.
Somebody wanted
now
to
he's claiming they're claiming
man, what the fuck?
that he's mentally unstable. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're talking about a whether or
That's
not
a hate crime.
it's a hate crime.
That's a hate crime, right?
So it could be any of us just bumping some music.
No, I mean it could have been my son.
Nah, he picked his shot.
My
He
son
ran up on nobody.
First off, he was a kid.
You say what now, B?
Child. I said he picked his shot.
It was a 17-year-old
Yeah,
kid.
17-year-old kid, did it too. Yeah.
I got two 17-year-old sons.
Yeah, that shit's ridiculous.
So you saying like he seen somebody he could easily take advantage of?
Exactly what it was.
And he seen some motherfucker in there like, oh, I'm gonna get this the motherfucker right here. I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna play crazy.
And I'm
that
gonna
boy
play
probably
crazy.
high as hell.
I'm
fucking-
saying he, like you said, green light. He should, motherfuckers should stab him.
Open
Yeah.
him
on
up right
sight.
there in the circle.
I don't give a fuck. I can't send no message to no. I don't even know nobody in jail.
I don't know nobody,
should
but
be,
at the end of the day, I don't think that we're connected. I mean, maybe we are,
he should
but
be
we're
murdered
connected
on
like
sight.
that to where like he should be green lighted wherever he go. If you're a brother and you see that man in jail or whatever on site, get at him type shit.
If you're a human being and you see that man, fuck him.
Nobody else cares though.
Yeah, some people do.
Nobody else cares though. You know what I'm saying? Like green light his ass, man. He fuck around and get off and
See,
play that
that's
chapter
what's fucked up
11
with
shit
it.
is what it is
That's
out
what's
here.
fucked up with
That's
time
It's
the
chapter 11.
reality. That's the
Motherfuckers
reality.
ain't
That
doing this
motherfucker
shit.
can fuck around and walk, get a couple months of
Mm-hmm.
meds, little.
They said he shouldn't have been out of jail anyway.
Period. Yeah. Period.
I think
He
they
got
let
him all up and down his
that whole
jacket.
shit is a conspiracy, man. I think they let him out on purpose. He got out a few days before.
But who killed a kid though? Like
Man,
who
it's
really
all-
just
it's-
kills a
it's
kid?
all-
They've been killing
kids
for years.
Since Emmett Till.
Yeah, but I mean, other than some what? Like what fucking motive behind it could you
But
have?
what else is going
It
to get
doesn't
us
matter.
fired up?
It's
as a
fucking evil, bro.
though,
It's evil.
As a group.
Right.
Some shit like that is going to always bring us together and get us fired up. And when we fired up like that, we don't always think the best. And that's what state they want us to be in.
Awesome.
Irrational.
Personally,
You
I
ain't talking
say
to the
he
mic.
automatically.
Trey, okay, you gotta talk.
Here, come here. No, I got you.
Irrational and emotional.
Right,
That'll get you killed.
right. And that's where they want us to be at.
Why?
They play on our emotions.
Say
and shit like that.
say that again.
I just think that man, they play on our emotions with things like this. They know what's going to really affect us as a whole, as a unit, and whatever they can get us together and get us emotional, get us hyped up, yelling, protesting, and all those things that actually keep us from thinking of the bigger agenda. That's perfect position for them to attack.
And they can justify it then. Once we're all emotional, acting irrational, out of character, and all that, they can justify wholesale slaughter.
Because they scared of black folks anyway. So if we mad and they do something to us while we angry, everybody's gonna understand that because they done been scared of black folks before.
They done conditioned the whole world. Niggas just
And we help.
What's your take on that shit, Jack? Outside looking in.
Well, honestly, I've never had that scare, you know what I mean, that you talk about, but I could see it in kids and shit like that. I grew up in, like, as a kid, I went back and forth between here and Utah, and it's fucking white as shit in Utah, you know what I mean? And every now and then, like, I don't know why, but it would just be like I'd be that kid that gravitates towards it. There'll be like a couple of black kids and then like some Mexicans in our schools and shit, but there was mostly white people, you know what I mean? Versus when I went to school here, when it's like more like
Diverse.
more diverse, you know what I mean? Like, so I was used to that shit both back and forth. But you could definitely like sense that there is like a weird scare, you know what I mean, in some people, and especially in older white people and stuff like that. Like
Definitely.
my grandma, you know, like on my both sides, you know, I mean, both my parents' sides, you know, they got like lingering racism and shit like that, where they say shit and it's like, oh, grandma, you can't say that no more, you know. But she's
I
not
think
racist,
that one
but
of
it's
the
still
main
in there, you
reasons
know what
why
I mean?
they so scared is, especially the elders or the older men and women, is because they know of what they've done. They know what they're guilty of. They know
And
that they got that
guilt.
blood on their hands. And if we ever was to wake up, this shit is over for them.
And it's funny because I think that's something that a lot of people do naturally, but it's so obvious, and it's fucking weird that stupid chat even made it. Like just last couple of days involving myself in that chat we got going on. It was like you could just see it. It's like, you know, there's people like you'll be talking about something and then some bitch will literally think that you're attacking her personally and
Right.
which, you know, and stuff. And it's like, well, if you have a problem with this, it's probably because you fit some of the bill of what we're talking about and
Right.
you're affected by your own personal guilt. And maybe there's some things that you need to look on internally. Maybe if you want to change some of those things that you feel uncomfortable about, You know what I mean? Like you're just projecting your shit off on other people. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
it's like I don't understand. Well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you over here pushing the button.
It's the first button.
But my point is though, it's like people do that though. They
shoot.
They would rather put on some kind of a elaborate defense, like they're some kind of fucking attorney, rather than look in, reflect on themselves, what the fuck they have inside. Like, why do they see themselves in that way? Or, you know, why do they see other people that way? Or why do you feel a certain way around people? You know what I mean? Or certain people, you know what I mean? So, you know, people do get like that, and they throw up these crazy defenses and shit. It's just fucking weird, man. It's
one thing
weird.
A lot of people don't know is that Arizona is the #1 state for hate groups. And when you look around and you just think, you're just like, okay, well, where are these motherfuckers at? They
standing behind you in 7-Eleven and Circle
everywhere,
K.
but they're not only that, not only are they everywhere, but they're also preparing, training, conditioning themselves for the next step. If we not fucking doing, excuse my language, if we're not doing that, then we always gonna be
banging on the table.
If we're not doing that, we're always gonna be behind. Though we have to start putting it in motion where we are. You know what? I won't even say we. More of us.
The warrior class.
Yes, more of us need to step into that position and
Proper
start thinking about
preparation.
Start thinking about the next level. What we're going through right now. If we know anything, we know that life is going to always bring us changes. So we know the shit or the things that we're experiencing now are going to eventually change and manifest into the next level. And if we're not preparing for that, what are we doing?
You're talking full around mental, physical, all that.
Yeah, all the way around.
What up, B. Cross? I see you. Salute.
All the way around.
Salute to the homie Mark Wonder.
The whole thing is, I think dude is a coward. If he want to try, like he want to be able to get me, I ain't letting no motherfucker stand behind me. Period. I'm always standing to an angle to where I can see. You know what I mean?
But you gotta think though, we come from where
kid.
you gotta be.
Yeah,
like, when we was that age, we was like that.
Right,
you know,
right. So nobody
that
can just walk up on me.
His parents, you know, they should have told him, be prepared, watch out.
You know, just be on
check
point.
Your surroundings.
And I just think that goes a lot though with just him being a juvenile and being young.
Bro, but we was that, and we wasn't never caught slipping.
Right, exactly. And they, even though we even if we teach them some of the things that we were taught, they're not going to receive it the same way because they're also
a different era, though.
They're living in a different era, so they're not. I don't even want to talk down on them. I'm just going to say that they're not able to receive the information in this era too.
So that era shit is out the window, bro. It's still white supremacy is in this era too. It's gonna be in the next era and the era after that if we don't try to stop that bullshit.
Everybody and try to be alert, man. We under attack 24 hours,
it's
man.
A different world,
24 hours a day.
But still, the basics is white supremacy is gonna kill you if you black. I don't give a fuck if we was on Mars. If they was on Mars with us, it's gonna be the same shit. So I ain't with none of that era shit, none of that. Fucking pay attention. Raise your kids to fucking fight back. God damn it. All that other shit is fucking bubble gum and cotton candy to me, nigga.
Yeah.
Get real or get killed.
That's real.
In this era, last era, the next era.
Yeah, they're showing it to us.
That's real. Rest in peace to the
young guy.
Elijah. You know, it's a tragedy, man, but that's what's going on out here where we at. The police is pulling guns on pregnant women with children in their hands, and motherfuckers is walking up behind you while you're trying to fill up your pot, man, and try to gut you.
No, that tripped me the fuck out. They said he
slid his throat. They don't like your
throat. Like,
he just didn't like him.
How you let somebody get that close to you though? Like you I don't give a fuck if you don't watch the news, none of that shit.
Bro, you let your guards down before, man. It just ain't
I never have, bro. Never.
Yes, you probably
never, bro. That's why I'm still here
especially
to this
when
day.
You're 17 years old. Like you can make a
like real life G shit, bro. I ain't never played with the game.
Even if they're
trained, it's a different person, bro. Different.
I'm just saying, me personally.
Yeah, you personally.
My guard is always up, like a motherfucking attack dog.
You know, but I think it's a tragedy.
Dead ass.
I'm saying you might have had your guard down, just didn't nothing happen in that moment that your guard.
Bruh.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying my guard is never down. You go watch the playback on all the shit you see me. You always see me looking around everything. I'm like that the whole.
You said what?
And I got a guard dog who gonna wake me up if you walk up. What you mean?
At any rate, man,
you
whatever.
Me you run up, you gonna get gunned down. That's all that's gonna happen.
At any rate, he got caught slipping and he shouldn't have.
Exactly.
It's just a tragedy.
You're supposed to be able to goddamn get you some
right
and going about.
But you also know what's going on right now, so you gotta fucking pay attention.
True too.
Dude probably look like a bum and shit.
Everybody
he ain't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so,
bro, it don't matter what you look like.
Everybody couldn't be in the 300.
For real, but everybody fucking paid attention and was on alert. God damn it, you might not be a warrior, but you ain't a fool.
No, you might have been one
Where
of
we at on time?
That nigga looked up like, oh no,
you
put your ass off the court.
9 p.m.
Nigga, you weren't even get a chance to show your shit.
All right.
I mean, I completely understand with you, but my whole bottom line, just from my perspective, is like you should just be able to walk in and buy a soda.
It ain't
man.
it ain't like that no
and
more.
It's not at all.
That's the
obviously.
cold part.
That is crazy.
With their Confederate flags and all type of shit going on, man. This brother was just trying to get him a beverage.
Yeah,
the shit I think about, man, and the shit I really do trip on when I'm too stoned. Sometimes it's like, well, it's like the straighter percentage of like, you know, me walking in and going buying a pop versus, you know what I mean, Crondo, you know what I mean? Like, you know, because I'm white, you know what I mean? Like, there's a factor that goes into that. Like, people ain't gonna fuck with me. You know, I live in a way where I can fucking have more comfortability buying a pop. Yeah, they're next door.
We need to take a break anyway.
Yeah, we do need to take a break.
We only got 30 minutes left.
Well, we still gotta get pods on too.
No, you invited it,
bro. It was your idea. I just took the number because your phone was dead, nigga.
He ain't trying to come in here. He the one playing the music.
He's with them ladies.
Did you go ask him?
Yeah, we can go to the next topic, man. No, he got his own interview on his own shit. He's doing his own thing.
Look at K, fucking with everybody talking shit. Them hoes steadily disappearing.
He's doing private interviews.
Still ain't talking about the group. Sit down. So Bruce, no, y'all niggas got some trees? Is they rolled up and ready to go? Because we only got 30 more minutes.
Who got the trees? I want to smoke all your weed now. I'm Debo. Looking at this nigga. Niggas got weed. Can we roll it up first, Debo? Can we roll it up and then we'll light it for you and just give it to you?
Why don't you get your ass out the seat?
You wanted me here, so this is what you get. Yeah. No rebuttal. I won that.
Stupid.
All day. Every day.
We got 30 minutes left.
By myself. Real nigga.
Y'all
on the block.
Y'all want to take a break or what y'all want to do?
Took another nap. You ever go night, big nigga? Eric?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Nope. Here all night. Flash drive full of jokes.
I think we're going to take a small break.
Yeah, we finna go smoke.
Nah, man. I'm telling y'all, don't, man. We only have 30 minutes left, bro.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we can smoke when we got to leave. Shit.
All right, well, I'm gonna go roll it up.
Break. Yeah,
and I'm gonna start hitting on that shit.
The next topic,
if 30 minutes come and the blunt's gone, then the blunt's
fucking gone. Bruce Wayne and his fucking and his jokingly group that he created that just got 5,000 members in less than a week over the fucking Little Mermaid shit. So Bruce, come tell him what happened, man.
Bruce, let me see the trees. I'm finna go roll that shit up. Oh no, he can't roll that nigga. You get that nigga a pound, he gonna roll a pinner. God damn it.
All right, so what was it? Saturday, I woke up. I was looking at Facebook and I seen there was a group. Somebody was talking about it. Somebody had, motherfuckers sharing shit, and they shared some racist shit that they seen in this group called Christians Against the Little Mermaid.
Christians Against the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boycott Halle Bailey.
They're a bunch of ginger.
So I started looking. I was like, the fuck is that about? So I open it up and I start looking at their page and all the people in there. And I'm when you looking at shit, you go to that person's profile.
Yeah.
So I'm going on there looking at their profiles, different. Oh, really? One of them's a transgender person. I'm like, okay. You motherfuckers want to hate on somebody's child and call yourself Christians at that? Okay. So I went on Facebook. I was like, make a group. Called it, their shit was Christians Against the Little Mermaid. I said, my shit is Christians Against the Little Mermaid. So, and I was like, when people look up their group, they're going to see this one and click on that. And a few days later, I had to make the group private because it was just swelling. People just kept
make
joining.
it public, man.
Yeah, you need to put it back on.
I made it closed because motherfuckers was just joining, and and I didn't have time to keep just but people was coming in complaining about different people. You need to make it private because these people are coming in here so.
It was hitting you up, admin.
Yeah, I got hate mail and everything.
Oh, you got hate mail?
Let me.
Dude, people have been calling Bruce all sorts of shit.
Yeah,
he's a racist idiot. He's fucking this. He's that. Man, they fucking.
And so I had to hire admins. You know, I made a post about if somebody wants to be an admin.
I thought about it. Like,
hit me
fuck
up.
no, hell no.
You need to get in there, Jack. That's for you,
fuck
man.
no.
Now all I see is I see the post in there, and these
all my admins
with it.
Oh yeah.
Besides one is black
it's
women.
It's a free for all there, dude.
There's some wild people in this country, man. That just
there's white people in there hating me.
So what happened? What happened with
they thinking that it's the real fucking thing.
It's swelled. It's about 5,000 members now. It's just a race riot. People are going back and forth.
Yeah, it's a platform for people to tell the truth about their race
and how they feel, how they really feel. Go on there and say how you really feel, but you're gonna get roasted for it. I mean, the whole purpose of the group was to roast that other group. For considering themselves to be so-called Christians.
Now the problem was, hold on,
right? Hating on somebody's child.
That other group found its way in there.
Yeah,
and now it's flooded.
There's some of them people in there too.
At it, dude.
Well, from what I hear from everybody else, that their group had got shut down, but it was back up and running.
Yeah, they got shut down and stuff, so they in there anyway.
Everybody came to New York.
Yeah, my girl posted today, dude, said something like Caucasian women had the best hairline, prove me wrong, and showed this picture of this black girl with the elongated hair. Yeah, no, they is in there going
forehead and shit.
They in there.
That wasn't real, was it?
No, it wasn't real.
Photoshop. I was like, come on, that shit look fake as fuck.
It was funny though, dude. That shit was like
I got this in my inbox.
The next one, like, you know what I mean? They clowning on
Jermaine Wilkerson of Northport, Florida, sends me this in my messenger. How can you face yourself in the mirror while your fellow quote Christians unquote post vile and racist remarks against someone they haven't met one time in their pathetic lives? And how pathetic are you to still be part of such utter filth? Religion has left your brain addled and dependent on those racists.
Hold on. What's his name? Wow. What's his name? Where are you from?
Jermaine Wilkerson.
Fuck you.
Yeah, so Jermaine.
From North. Jermaine.
No.
You a bitch.
Nah, for real, man. Hey, how much of a keyboard warrior are you to be getting on there and talking that much shit? You know what I'm saying? He see you at the Coney Island, motherfucking at the corner doing whoop your ass, dude.
Where the fuck you from? In Buttfuck, Florida, nigga?
Yeah,
you know what you say?
Florida.
It was a joke. If you really want to, Bruce like the Wiz in that motherfucker.
Yeah,
they think it's some redneck alt-right type shit. And then he posts a video, they be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" It's like Clay Bisbee.
Hey,
when he blow his head off.
They kept thinking I was the white power dude, and they kept saying
your face.
Let us see your face. Like, I hate the China man with the cheek talk.
You a fool.
I hate your black man with your wide nostrils breathing up all the white man's hair. White power.
Exactly.
I hate the Chinese with the weather rolls and the chickity chang. White power.
They thought I was doing
black monkey talk rap music. White power.
Yeah. That shit is funny as but that is exactly how they hit you, dude.
But I had another where I had to school this dude because he had posted something this month, AJ Lilly, and I posted to him. He said something about he was mad because black people were talking about reparations, like white people are supposed to apologize to him.
What?
Well, he says, my name is JJ, I'm white. I got a question. I thought that other group, the real one, was bullshit. But for every one white person that was being racist, there was like 200 black people that were being racist as well. Your new group,
no.
The only thing I'm seeing posted as people talking shit about white people. But I think that the thing that got me the most was when the guys are all saying that white people need to apologize for slavery. There's not a single person alive that was ever a slave or owned a slave.
Bullshit.
My wife is Mexican, so my baby's mixed. My nephew is half black. I have black uncles and aunts. If you're going to try to create a movement, I do suggest that you stop racism altogether in your group. The guy that started the other one, he was just a fucking loser, just trying to create problems. That's what we call trolls. But congratulations on getting that group shut down.
Him feel some type of way. He done yelled at his girl. He done yelled at his kids. He was like, man, fuck
hell yeah, we should apologize.
But listen, I lightweight understand his position.
Oh no, I do understand his position though. I understand what he's saying.
Hold up. Listen to my response. Hi, JJ. Let me educate you a little bit because maybe you don't know. But slavery was abolished in 1865, roughly 154 years ago. My maternal grandmother turned 90 years old this past May, and she was the youngest of her siblings. Her grandparents were slaves. Do you remember your grandparents? She remembers her grandparents.
Yeah.
Okay. She does. So do you think that when slavery ended in 1865, only 154 years ago, that those former slaves and their babies were treated any better? Nope. That's when police and jails were invented and vagrancy laws were passed. Anyone caught roaming the streets were arrested. Mostly newly freed slaves with nowhere to go because their whole lives were spent on and as someone's property.
That's the thing that people don't understand.
What did he say?
Just because slavery ended at this time.
But I went through and told him the whole same shit. Like,
next 100 years.
After that, they had to endure terror at the hands of the Klan, who were also members of the police force in those courts. The 50s, the 60s now. Why shouldn't they be apologized to and compensated by this government that committed these atrocities and or allowed them to happen? Did they not pay reparations after bombing Japan? The Jews, did they not receive reparations for what happened to them? Was any of that less horrible than what happened to blacks in America?
Look, Tanya over here saying that was a good response that you did, Bruce.
But to ask me to just forget what was done is not only insensitive, but insulting. You're not understanding that is also what gets black people angry. You say that no one alive owns slaves. No one that owns slaves is alive. There are corporations that exist today that were around during slavery, and they have been raking it in ever since then as well. There's people who are alive that have never have to work a day in their lives because their great grandparents owned slaves. So what are you talking about?
That's what.
But like I said in the video, I ain't make the group to hate white people. I made it to clown the other group, and that's basically that. He's like, I feel it just doesn't. I feel you. It just doesn't really look right. People sitting in there saying that all white people should apologize. So
he feels guilt. He feels some type of way because he's fucking white and he may not be racist per se.
Ooh.
But at the same time, like, you can't get mad at everyone else for wanting that and feeling some type of way about it.
Hold on.
Point blank. Period.
Yeah.
For you to
point blank. Period.
For you to tell me
don't feel some type of way.
It's insulting to me.
Fuck that.
And I know you feel
especially
some type of way
you
about
celebrate
that.
when all the whole you celebrate your shit. We fought for this and we got this and this happened to us. 9/11. Don't never forget what happened.
So we got Mark Wonderlynch. You know what I'm saying out here on the chat. He says, "I'm white, and white people are fucked up out here in Utah. Not all, but too many."
That's the homie right there. We keep it trill.
Yeah.
Salute to Mark Wonderlynch.
There you go.
I mean, it is what it is, man. They done gave reparations and all that shit to everyone else except us.
Condo just wants money. He hungry.
I mean,
motherfucking right.
48 cents a mule would be equivalent to $447,000 right now
for 38 million.
For 38 fucking million black people allegedly that's in the United States.
Are we counting the ones in prison? Huh? Are we counting the ones in prison?
Yeah, I believe that's counted in the census.
No.
I would hope so.
I don't think so. Not in the census. Not in the census. When you
I doubt that. That'd be a big ass voting block right there.
That just makes it less.
That's the whole.
That just makes it less. So let's say if at the end of the day, if they really did do it, it would probably be about 200. Because you're gonna have motherfuckers coming up, may not even say they black in real life, but they gonna be black then. You know what I'm saying? And then so that'll drop it down to 200,000 per person.
regardless,
that ain't really shit.
Yeah, it
ain't nothing, especially when you're talking
compared to generational damage compared to
imagine if your grandfather's father done held your back and hold you down, handed you businesses and all this. Like, yeah, dude.
At the same time, it'll never happen. It'll never happen.
They ain't gonna let it happen.
Stop saying it'll never happen.
I don't think so.
That's the number one thing to get close to it happening.
There you go. No, brother Neezy got a point there though. You gotta always keep that positive. If you put it out there in the universe that it ain't gonna happen.
Well,
why not?
what's his name said it on the chat right there. He said it. All the people who believe it'll never happen shouldn't get nothing if it happens.
Oh, let me get yours up off you. I believe.
Nah, it's gonna happen then. But yeah, man. I don't know. It's crazy topic, man. I think it's definitely interesting. It's definitely we got to see what happens.
We need to find out how they got their calculations done. You know what I'm saying? Because first and foremost, once they
40 acres and a mule.
When they ended that slavery,
40
that's when
acres
they
and a
came
mule.
with that 13th or 14th Amendment.
Right?
Yeah.
But where's the acres?
The
Acres in
Right
Hollywood?
back into slavery.
Them acres
That makes you a
cost.
slave again, and that's why we overpopulate all the prisons. It was by design. So
That's
Beauty
what it is.
based,
Like,
once again.
We gotta
right.
figure that in.
That's those are what did it say? Effects.
I forgot.
There's a cause and effect. Those all of that black people feeling that's all effects of what you did here.
Rob, you give me my phone?
You know what I mean? Mass incarceration. They've been doing that ever since 1865 when slavery ended.
Correct.
All you niggas with nowhere to go is going to jail. And the same free labor that we got when you was slaves, we're gonna get it now again. You ain't going nowhere. And if
that
you
was
did
just a start.
if you did happen to make it,
then they started making all the different laws and statutes and codes that.
Yeah,
we're
well,
still under
it
the
don't
day
matter
and
if you say you made it north. We could come by in a wagon and snatch your ass back up and take you back down to Carolina.
Well, let
throw
alone you
your
just
ass
get
back and
murked.
change.
You know what I mean? They were just out there killing people.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. There was a whole movement. I forgot the
Raping,
dude's name where he
killing.
took
So how can you
300
pay
from
back
the
for that?
South and moved them to Kansas. You know what I'm saying? Just to get away from everything like that. And a lot of them died just on the trip, dude. You know what I'm saying? Exposure, fucking disease, all kinds of stuff
Just
like
like a
that.
trip from Africa all the way over here.
Like, yeah, dude. Like,
You know
it
how many
just,
months that is?
yeah.
How many months is that?
What, from Africa over here?
Yeah.
What was it?
On a
Shores
boat?
on the east coast shores from Africa to here. You know about how long that
I
is?
thought it was like 3 months, right? It's a 3-month trip?
Closer to 6.
Is it
On a
closer
boat?
to 6?
Yeah, on the boat.
And
Oh,
this
well,
was-
back then it
This
closer
was
to
on
6.
a
I can see
on
that.
a boat with no motor.
Yeah, all right,
This
yeah,
ain't a-
yeah.
a
The
sailboat.
By the sail, yeah.
Yeah.
So who feeding all them motherfuckers?
Shit, they ain't eating. Yeah, dude, that shit's ridiculous. That's where cannibalism, rotten bread, all kinds of shit.
No, we ain't never been
dead
cannibals.
motherfuckers
Get
thrown
that
in the
shit
street,
right.
in the ocean.
Yo, what did April say?
No question though. Do you guys think that $500,000 enough? We did the calculations.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
April
no,
Smith
no,
says
That ain't shit.
black men
Hell
have
no.
to be seen as a man first before they going to be valued as men, and then they'll go ahead and talk about reparations. Ooh.
It's on the well. You got
Try
more and
your
more candidates talking about it. That's what they in politics.
Did you just take his last red vine?
I ain't
That's all
tripping.
about
I left them there.
Yeah, I'm about to say this boy
Everybody
Michael
ain't
Mann.
like them, but them hoes are damn near gone.
right. Hold on.
Plastic ass candy.
So yeah, I'm done. I don't want to talk about that reparation shit no more.
Yeah, I mean,
At the end of the day, if it happens, that's cool. If it don't, you know what I'm saying?
We made it this far.
Yeah, we made it this far. Fuck it. You know what I mean? At the end of the
What
day,
if they say you got to fight to make it happen? Is you gonna fight?
That's why we need our warrior class up. Simple as that.
Speaking of,
shit.
when we going out there?
Shit, this weekend we go early while it's still cool.
I mean, if I'll buy the metal plates if that's you know what I mean.
That's what's been holding niggas up. Come on, boy, we got them be working. So
Yeah, I think they got them for sale at Walmart or somewhere, right? Or I can order them.
yeah, it'd be better to order them.
I think I'll buy them.
Bet.
All right, we about to wrap it up.
No, we wrapping it up.
We gonna wrap it up. Shit.
Wrap it up
Great.
like a
Shit,
magnum.
what we doing next week, man? When we doing the next cipher? Anybody on the cipher? You know what I'm saying? Everybody enjoyed the cipher last time, man. I think we need to. What's up with Rum?
Man, we got to get Rum in here, man.
Hyphy over there.
Shout out Rum Nitty.
Hell yeah.
This weekend and shit, man, for Trap Day.
Hell
Trap Day
yeah.
was a success, I believe. You know what I'm saying? It was nice performances going on out there this past weekend.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. So one time
They
for
still
the
talking about
homie Trap.
reparations in the chat.
Hell yeah, they beefing in the chat right now.
Yeah, they still talking about reparations.
Hyphy and April going at it.
Yeah, I feel both sides, man. At the end of the day, but niggas have to understand that it's gonna take everybody to get on code.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you got to get on code first. Everybody has to be on at least damn near the same page for shit to really fucking change. Other than that, you know, young niggas don't want to listen to old niggas, and old niggas don't want to listen to young niggas. Ain't nobody ain't no motherfucking camaraderie.
Really, we don't need
None of that
everybody. We
shit,
just need a critical mass of motherfuckers. Just like 300. You know, that wasn't everybody
With
from
they
what they
shit
whole
together,
hood.
because
300 of them.
like I
That
said,
was
in
a
the
critical
thing,
mass
I'm
to
giving
hold it
some of
down.
right back.
Nah, what Crondo said is true though.
I'm going right to go get
between the
that 2019 XT.
OGs ain't teaching a little
Shit, I'm gonna open up a dealership, nigga. So y'all niggas pull up on me.
Right,
I got you for the right price.
Mustard and mayonnaise, please.
Don't start spending all that money.
I'm like the mustard and mayonnaise, please.
Bruce, like I'm
the sandwich.
extra
I want that sandwich.
I'm gonna buy law firms. I'm just gonna walk around kicking motherfuckers in their ass.
I can afford it.
Representing yourself in court.
I ain't gonna buy no other shit. I need to be riding while I'm riding around handling
God damn it.
Stimulus,
Wow.
motherfucker, let's go.
Take that, bitch.
I don't
Right
know.
now.
Hey, honestly, I'm for it 100% because if it do happen,
You ain't getting nothing.
Oh no, I don't care. No, I'm about to open the store, dude. Like you saying, I'm gonna start selling Cadillacs and gold chains and shit, dude. I'm out of this shit. Come out here, man.
You're gonna be a culture vulture.
Straight up.
Shit. $500,000 each.
Shut your store down in the hood. Ain't nothing coming in or out of
Oh
here.
hell no! I'll put up the sign and everything. Black owned. Have Crondo come in there and brill like twice a
Boycott.
week. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have boycotts in front of Rob store.
Man, you ain't gonna have boycotts when I got the boy motherfucking selling ribs right there.
Fuck them ribs. I don't eat barbecue no goddamn way.
Ribs he got out front.
Ain't no reparations, man. They give niggas reparations. That should have flipped the whole fucking economy for like a week.
Shit, it didn't change when the other motherfuckers got it.
At all. Ain't goddamn thing changed, nigga. Fuck you mean? Shit's
Nah,
still
that wouldn't
rolling.
change
The economy.
It didn't fucking crash the economy.
I would say this. So hold on. Things changed for the Indians though when they, Native Americans when they did that though.
Black people
They have like they
biggest
substantial
spenders in the world.
in there with their casinos
It's
and the
gonna do
land
nothing
and the
but
way they
Stimulate the
and
economy.
everything.
Shit. Everybody gonna get to balling around this bitch. Everybody who fucking got a store.
Told you when you start selling rims and shit. All right, that's about a wrap though, man. Thank everybody for tuning in.
We ain't wrapping it up.
Look,
yet,
they going in
Vato.
like that.
Vatos Locos Doritos.
What are you gonna do? What you about to talk about?
Talking about you.
Man,
No,
we can talk about some chapstick, dude. That's what you need.
yeah, damn, hit you with that ashy lip brick.
Hey, that's the best joke he said all season. Let's give Rob a round of applause.
Hell yeah.
Wrong button.
Trey just press some random buttons and shit at this point.
Yeah, I'm not the
that's
program
I do
engineer.
need some chapstick. You right.
It's all good, man.
But yeah, it's all good, man. Y'all in the shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to everybody who came through, man. Appreciate that shit. Peace to all the homies from the LDBC that stopped by. Salute.
What the fuck is that? Why you keep saying
It's the Lions Den boxing community, nigga.
Boxing?
Fuck with it. God damn it.
Yeah, they in here.
Get on or motherfucking get left, fatty.
Your fat ass ain't boxing, motherfucker.
You crazy.
Shout out everybody in the
What
chat.
you talking about?
I'll put hands across America, nigga. What you mean? I be training niggas at the gym now. That's how good I am. You just mad because you still fight like a fat nigga.
Motherfucker,
He fight like he's fat, but he's swole. How did that
I
work?
beat motherfuckers' ass.
You beat your meat,
Fat
nigga.
ass fucking niggas with motherfucking
beaters,
DD's
goddamn
fashion
it.
shirt on.
Y'all said you got the
motherfucking,
DD shirt on. You stole that shirt out the gym. That was somebody else's shirt. Swiping shit out in niggas' lockers. Notorious locker thief ass nigga right there.
Some boxes, but the boxes
and then he's so big and black, there ain't nobody gonna say nothing when they see him coming out the locker with they shit on. And they just put it on while he's still in the locker and walk out with it on. Fuck you gonna do, white boy?
Shut up. They walking up to other people's power drinks and taking drinks out of them and shit.
Yeah, nigga,
You gonna
fuck
finish
you
it?
mean?
Hit the button on that nigga,
Man,
man.
ain't even bought no clothes. You just taking nigga
Some
shit.
motherfucking red vine shirt on.
Hell yeah, I came through fresh to death. All red, everything. Southwest Jigger.
Sure ain't fresh.
Get it right.
Fat ass blood.
Whatever.
Oh, what happened?
Fucking red blood cell looking at.
This nigga, he really built like a weevil wobble. This motherfucker got a big ass upper body and motherfucking K-Neezy legs. How that happen?
Don't be calling on K-Neezy like that.
How you got Kali muscle uppers and brother motherfucking Bilal fucking lowers? Bruce had a fucking seizure over there, knocking shit down. Had an old man episode.
All right, man. We wrapping it up.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna talk about you a little bit more.
No, he don't like that when niggas start roasting him.
Antonio?
I want to hear it,
The
man.
fuck you talking about, Roger? Send a lower teeth.
Oh, lazy
That
eye
nigga said you
motherfucker.
got in the lower teeth, cuz.
Trey, what's your lead press on beard, nigga?
Motherfucking border battle teeth,
Hey,
nigga.
hold
What
on,
the
hold
fuck?
on, hold on. I got something to talk about. All right, so
Crondo beard look like a sick dog. You know, talk about my big friend.
Your shit look like trap house
that
carpet.
nigga beard got parvo. That nigga beard over there sick, dying.
Trey beard look like his dog room carpet.
Too bad all my dogs outside,
All
or
right,
that
so-
would be funny.
so check. I believe we got a table full of fathers and stuff here, right?
Yeah.
All right, so check this
Trey, man,
scenario.
stop fucking pressing buttons.
That's how
nigga.
wacky your shit was. You gotta get them all. Stop touching my
So
shit.
check.
You don't grown man. You'll never shoot my
Slap
hand
his
away.
head.
You gonna see Ryan get power slammed on this table. He slapped my hand. I'm gonna power slam him. Nigga's gonna look
So
like
I'm
the
over. I'm
Undertaker
on my people house
when he
last night,
slammed
right?
young Paul.
I step in. You know, we was having a little smoking conversation or whatever. So I step in the house, go wash my hands.
Y'all
take off
smoking
in a
new
minute,
ports.
right?
Nigga, shut up.
My people come running in the house a couple seconds after I'm at the sink or whatever, and he's like, panicked and shit, like, hey, come outside and shit real quick. So, boom, brother, come outside, and it's dark on the street or whatever. And all you see is like a little kid walking up the sidewalk by himself and shit. Closer it get, and hit the next street light, find out it's like a little white girl, no more than like 3 years old, just walking by herself up the street towards us on the other side of the street and shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
And
Y'all go
me
back
and
to
two
the
other people, hey,
Two niggas thought it was the Shining.
and after the fact, it
Kidnapping
fucked me up.
charges.
This is what I'm you know what I'm saying? All of these thoughts passed through my mind outside of my initial thought that, man, this is a child that
I should help him,
potentially
yeah.
in danger and needs help or whatever.
Yeah.
But once the skin tone was known,
Established.
established, is just like,
I wish I
need
could
to-
help you, but
I left my phone in the house. I want to videotape if I'm going to walk up to this child. That,
OWL, the old
Man.
white lady, like on the last OG. They found
that
white
shit
lady
fucked up
passed
though.
out.
Like,
I
what
like
would you
that
have
show,
done if
dude.
you'd have
Yeah.
seen that? What would you have done if you were standing out there and just seen a little white child just walk up, just come mobbing through the dark? It's dark as hell. You just snatched it out.
you
You just put your hands on the child.
I'd call the police.
Okay.
Then I would have been the hero.
Hell yeah, all on the news with the big ass,
Hell no.
big ass bank check
Could
and
have
shit.
pulled up on you and shot you.
The
just
people
off for no reason.
who
Nah,
I guess the
man.
child it was, they came running up the street a couple seconds later or whatever. Like we seen them, looking around or whatever. So we start hollering way down
You
the
got
street.
scared
for
and
them,
went in the
whatever.
house?
No, I was thinking on it though. I was about to go grab my phone before I could run over here and talk to you, try to intercept the child before it ran back out in the street. Cause like when my people saw the child was in the middle of the street, but then went back to the sidewalk and he was tripping like, that didn't really look like a dog. And it was like way down the street. Then the child started coming up, so we can only see it as it.
So
hit
was
the
me
street
saying
lights.
that Crondo beer got parvo led you to this boring ass story that still got us here?
Still trying to talk
Man,
shit.
this
up.
nigga. Yeah,
I'm just
let the
asking
jokes
a
go,
dead
man.
question,
Let the jokes
nigga.
go. Nah,
I'm
bro.
being dead ass because this shit don't even make no sense. Like, what
But
the fuck? A
You
kid-
let him finish,
Just
nigga.
the natural,
Speed it up,
the
then.
natural instinct for a father, anyone who cares for his
Kids.
anybody, for just anybody in general, just for
Yeah.
people. But
the
the way that society is set up today is like, man, just you trying to show concern and help, man, you can fuck around and end up in a bad situation. Somebody being said it all. You was trying to take this child or whatever. Now you got to try to prove yourself.
Let you
you right about that.
Brought that little kid in and gave her a glass of water or something like that.
Kidnap.
Now I wouldn't have did that.
I'm just saying though, like on some innocent fucking, just trying to help the kid. You know what I mean? But like just some simple shit like that. That's a fine line that you don't really want to cross.
I didn't say nothing. Once they came running up the street or whatever, and we showed them what it was. They looked like they might have been tweaking on some real shit. Police should have been involved. Period.
Well, I mean, what kind of
police
should have been involved? Police on their old tweaking and geeking ass. These niggas over here nodding off and shit. I ought to call the boys on their geeked out ass.
The way homeboy came running up the street and everything, he looked goofy as hell. Like like they was probably doing some shit. You know what I'm saying?
But your baby could have been dead.
Exactly. Could have been taken off if we wasn't there. Somebody could have came up the street.
Did they say thank you?
No, we didn't even really even get close enough to them. They came up. We was like, yeah, the child right there. They went and picked it up and then turned around and walked right back down the street. They ain't say nothing. But like I remember this situation happened to me a long time ago when I used to work for the water department, and it was a different situation. It was a child of melanin. I'm in the hole working, and I just see some little feet go past the hole that I'm working in, and this is wintertime. Baby outside, diaper, socks, nothing else. Walking around in the snow.
And you just be finding kids,
and, like, I'm talking about instantly, as soon as I seen it, what I'm saying? I climbed out the hole, threw my gloves off, and picked the baby up and put it under my coat. And I'm walking up and down the street trying to find, which door did this little child come out of. And little baby, like same thing, like about 2 years old in a diaper.
Baby?
No, younger, littler. And this baby, it came from all the way around the corner.
Hell no, that's terrible.
But it was no thought. As soon as I saw it, I went into action and picked this baby up and was started looking.
Like this baby
but this
got
one,
20 minutes.
Hold on.
Hell yeah, I'm finna go get high.
But I understand what you're saying. It's crazy the shit that's implanted in you when some real shit happens because of all the bullshit that goes on.
Man, we got to think of the legal repercussions.
Well,
before
regardless
of
the implanted, this is a real issue. You know what I mean? Like that shit'll happen, dude. You know what I mean? That shit ain't no joke.
I feel you. It's PotRoast Podcast.
That's
Jack
right.
Moves. Yeah. Brill. Motherfucking Mike. Bruce Wayne. Crondo.
Yo, we got brother Neezy in the
Neezy,
building.
Trey G in the building.
Thank God. Let Trey leave.
Let Trey get the fuck out of here with his fat ass.
Man.
But
rusty neck bastard.
Right.
Man, leave Willy Wonka alone.
Mopar Marty.
He got BBs on his chin. But,
yeah, PotRoast Thursdays though, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. You know what I'm saying?
We out next week.
Catch it, man.
Bitches.
What?
Smoke something.
There, press the button.
I pressed the button.
Super silver haze and some motherfucking Skywalker on deck.
We're just worried about catching something.
It's still going, man.
Is that right?
Is it still going?
Yeah, did Brahma do the thing?
I don't know. Brahma, did you turn it off?